Hey. You see right now?
Yep.
Potatoes on. What you know? Potatoes.
Good evening and welcome to the Good Faith Podcast, where we maneuver around toxic debauchery, attempting to find spiritual harmony with our fellow man and unpack caustic degeneracy. I'm your host, Ninja Bullet. We understand you could have been a million other places, and the time is the most precious commodity any of us have. So from the bottom of our heart, we'd like to share our gratitude with every one of our viewers. Viewer and listener discretion is advised. Due to the sensitive nature of some of our discussion topics, we hope that you will shield younger ears from some of the vulgarity and profanity that may be spewed here. It must be additionally noted that the views expressed by the panel are not necessarily the views held by the Good Faith Podcast as a whole, and we're not liable for any results incurred by the utilization of our advice, nor are we a fiduciary and assume no culpability of investment performance as a result of following our financial advice. Our simple aim is to entertain and inform. Anybody living in the greater Philadelphia area interested in making an appearance on our show can reach me in a DM on Facebook or Instagram at Christopher Bewlett. That's also my Venmo if you're interested in making a campaign contribution to facilitate our meteoric rise to the top. This is your notification that the Good Faith Podcast is now available on not only YouTube, but Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Patreon, Amazon Music, Samsung Podcasts, Listen Notes, and RSS.com. We're going to continue pushing out these episodes and improving our craft so long as our following continues to grow. If you're interested in becoming a paid subscriber to our Patreon, we offer 2 paid tiers. As a candidate of the people, I solemnly swear I won't misappropriate the funds. I won't spend them at Myrtle Beach golf courses. I won't gas up a corporate jet to fly to Tulum. I won't fund arms dealers in the Middle East with a Stinger missile and Harrier jets. I won't buy stupid shit. Sorry, let me get this. Oh, man, scuffed. Scuffed.
Open a savings account in your name. That way, 500 years later, it'll be worth billions. Billions.
Oh, I like mine. There it is. It's beautiful. Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill.
In all seriousness, times are tough, and any proceeds we receive at the Good Faith Podcast will be going towards avoiding eviction, keeping the lights on, medicating Clark with all of his health concerns, and feeding our gracious guests. Once again, if you feel that you've been given value by us, it takes a little extra effort to like, subscribe, and leave a comment singing our praises. The quickest path to notoriety will be for our listeners to spread the good word of the pod. If you have somebody in mind who would agree with our content, may be informed, or even if you want to ridicule us, send a link to your friends and family. All publicity is good publicity. Our objective is to have a balance between the red and the blue. So if you have somebody in mind who enjoys listening to pods, please spread our channel. Even if it's just a spouse or a child who will subscribe and never tune in a second of their life, it'll push us up in the almighty algorithm, and for that, we will be eternally endeared to y'all. Turney, do you want to read this one?
Can
you see it?
Not really. I don't have my glasses on. And
All right.
My friend's about to come in.
If you're interested in joining our movement, we represent the hashtag IRYOBYOAWMO movement. That means I respect your opinion only because your opinion aligns with my own. It's okay to show love and tolerance.
Get better eyes, Pan.
Better eyes.
True.
Hello. We're live right now, just so you know.
He's over here.
Oh, can you close that door behind you, please? Yeah, thank you. Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you too.
We'll do our introductions in a second. All right, back to this. It's okay to show love and tolerance to anybody with an aligned opinion. Feel free to disrespect anybody whose opinion doesn't mirror yours and to treat them with bratty toxicity. After all, respect is only earned by someone with an identical belief system as your own. Hashtag IRYOBYOAWMO.
Here you go.
This is one last reminder for our panelists to posture their bodies and direct their voices straight into the microphone. Our monetization depends directly upon the sound quality of our show. When our commenters chime in, it will come through as a highly complex AI voice named Gladys.
Gladys.
Yo, fucking long live Punjabi, dude. He was the fucking man. as soon as we're like monetized and as soon as we have like a channel store, I'm gonna make a shirt on whatever that site is. It's gonna say "Long Live
There's a
Punjabi."
bunch of sites.
Yeah, what's the popular one?
Teespring.
Teespring. There was one that me and Rye tried to do something on, but nobody bought our stuff. Can we please get candlelights and RIPs in the chat for Punjabi? Hashtag LLP. Please, even if you are in the middle of the most profound thought of your life, if El Gato or Whitey begin speaking, we ask that you sharply cut out any communications to enhance the audible coherence of the show. A trick I heard.
Set candle.
Yeah, facts. This is the official candlelight vigil for Punjabi. May he live forever in Valhalla. If Elgato or Whitey begin speaking, we ask that you sharply cut out any communication to enhance the audible coherence of the show. A trick I heard from one of our incredible listeners is to imagine a grapefruit between the microphone and your lips. You should never leave more space between the mic and your lips than a grapefruit, or the pod will be scuffed, and in the event that occurs, may death and dishonor beget your entire bloodline.
All you're going to do is make a nice hole in the middle of the grapefruit. Now, if you take it and make it too big, that's okay, because you can always squeeze your hands like the muscles of your vagina. And if you make it too tight, all you have to do is take your finger and push the flesh back. It's just grapefruit. Now, when you grapefruit your man, he has to be blindfolded. Ask ifs, buts about it. Why? If you came to the bedroom with a grapefruit, what are you going to do with that? Is it going to burn and all that other thing? So you don't want any of that. So this is what you do. Say, baby, you know what? Tonight, I want to do something a little freakier. I want to suck your dick blindfolded. Your man will blindfold himself if he knows he wants some head. So now, the man is in the bed. You have the grapefruit already prepared under the bed. You smell the citrus in the air. He thinks you have on some Victoria's Secrets or something. He has no idea. And what you're going to do is get moving of your world. Now, you have to get his penis erect. So what you're going to do is just suck his dick. That's like you said you were going to do. Once he's nice and erect, what you're going to do is replace the grapefruit from your mouth. You're going to twist up and down his shaft and suck the head at the same time. Now, ladies, remember, grapefruit is also a fat burner, so you're actually losing weight while you're sucking his dick.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go for it.
If you're not using grapefruit, that's a problem right there. That's a whole problem right there. That's an absolutely not. Go ahead.
What do we think? I mean, it was pretty silent in here. Is that funny? Do we want to scrap it? What do we think, everybody?
I mean, it's kind of overplayed now.
Overplayed.
We've done it like 3 times already.
What do you think, Toya?
Let's chop it down a little bit.
What do you mean?
Does it have comedic value, or should I scrap it? That soundbite. Is it like?
Chop it down.
Oh, there's just drop it down. I'll say it's pretty funny, but you said it's been
Like,
3 times, right?
You can keep it if you want.
All right. At this time, so can I hear your name, age, occupation, highest level of education completed? Cherney, you want to start?
Sure. I'm Cherney. My name is also Dan. I'm 32. I'm an account services rep at American Heritage Federal Credit Union. And my highest level school is bachelor's.
Toya. Oh,
I put it in my mouth.
All right. My name is Eric, aka Nasty. My gamer tag, 38. I'm a fireman, and I got associates in culinary arts a long time ago.
Can you do the grapefruit thing?
No.
have you not you have that
This
shit?
is the whole thing.
Right here. Oh, that's
Yeah.
grapefruit. I was saying, hold on.
Only
hold
the
on,
distance of grapefruit.
Hold on, we got to pause.
I'm sorry. You're Eric. Your age is what?
38.
And your occupation is a fireman.
Fireman.
And you're also a bouncer at a exotic dance club
Yeah,
as well.
time do a little pocket money. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And do you still do the soul security, or not soul, the union?
No, that was through the job. We unfortunately we lost that contract, which sucks.
Okay. And highest level of education?
I got an associates in culinary arts.
Okay. Toya, can you introduce yourself?
All right, I'm Toya. I'm 32. I work in finance, and my highest level of education is an MBA.
Oh, right. And hi guys, I'm Ninja. My age is 33. My occupation is I'm a life skills coach. I'm a podcast host, and I'm a face painter and photographer for the Philadelphia Eagles. My highest level of education completed is an associate's degree in liberal arts. And now we're going to go around again and tell our relationship status and our longest relationship. I am single. My longest relationship's about like 3 years, give or take.
I'm single and about 7 years.
I am currently in a relationship, and actually, I think this is probably the longest I've been with someone, which is like a year and a half or something like that.
Okay.
I'm a bachelor. As long as I've been with a chick for about 4 or 5 months.
5 months?
4 or 5 months.
4 or 5 months? Okay.
Tell you about the same minutes.
A little more credit.
It's more crazy than that, man.
Now can I hear your orientation? I am pretty darn heterosexual.
I'm heterosexual and demi.
Ooh, I forgot about that. I am a lesbian, whatever, if you want to call it that.
What do you want to call it?
Yeah, well,
I don't really care for the labels, but if we're going to get to labels, then I guess that's.
Are you
Yeah.
strictly anti-dickly?
I mean, it's been a while. No, haven't had any of those cravings in a while.
Okay. All right. So,
Oh, so you were real. All right.
I guess so.
and nasty.
Straight, baby.
Okay.
Lady said.
Daddy, my Chick-fil-A sauce.
Huh?
My Chick-fil-A sauce.
It's not on.
Uh-oh. All right. Now I want to know your spiritual beliefs. Are you, Christian, Jewish, Muslim, atheist, agnostic, satanic, cultist, witchcraft, Wiccanry, fucking paganism, Mormon, Scientologist. I'm a Baptist Christian is what I most closely identify with.
What about the flying spaghetti monster?
Fuck the flying spaghetti monster, yo. He's a bitch.
I'm agnostic.
Is there something for I don't know. I think I'm I go to church a lot with my girlfriend now, so
Okay.
I guess just
non-denominational.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, respect.
I'm non-denominational also. I do believe in a higher power, but that's about far as I go with.
Yeah.
I would probably say about the same thing then.
Yeah. You don't believe in, so you believe in some kind of space daddy, right?
You want to call it that? Yeah,
Not a space mom.
let's be real. Let's be real. We all have moments where something happened to us. Oh, thank God! I mean, it's not we say we should have been in a car accident or something.
Mm-hmm.
So we may think I gotta thank someone right now.
Yeah.
So that's about far as I go with it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now I want to know your political affiliation. Are you a Democrat, Republican, Libertarian, fucking what is it, a moderate centrist or whatever? Marxist, communist, anarchist. I'm an anarchist. I believe because people think that anarchy is
bad, yeah,
immoral and shit like that. But I don't know. I guess maybe if I had to
it's just not sustainable.
maybe I could be considered a fucking apolitical.
Sure.
I'm either apolitical or anarchist.
I'm a democratic socialist.
I'm a Democrat.
Okay.
I guess.
I guess I'm Republican right now. I hope Trump this year, Trump 2024.
Oh wow.
Yeah. What I like to say to everybody is Kamala, Trump, if you and everybody that you knew and loved stood in the way of them sitting on the Iron Throne, they'd fucking murder you all. They don't give a shit about you. It's that one time every 4 years where they have to pretend that they give a fuck about us. So they're, texting us on our phone, calling us all day, putting mailers in our mailbox.
I've gotten so many damn like knocks on the door. It's like, is Toya here? I'm like, she's not here.
Whenever I get a text by any of them, and it seems to me that there's a lot more like Kamala texts I'm getting and shit like that. But they're like, I got one today. He was like, "You must vote for Kamala." I was like, "No, I mustn't." And like fucking, I just always tell them like, "Go fuck yourself."
Text them.
Yeah, text them back. And there's like,
of course they're gonna keep coming.
I'm like, yo, like, I hope whoever you're voting for is. And they're like, all right, you've been unsubscribed. I'm like, yeah, get the fuck out of here. All right. So now we just got a couple ground rules because I want to make sure that, everybody is, not, I want to make sure that we keep the toxicity to a minimum. So,
Check it out.
all right, bye guys. There are 5 rules. These are our rules of engagement. The rule number 1 is respect. The Good Faith Podcast endeavors to harbor a culture of respect. Although some topics may be contentious in nature, it is of paramount importance that a general good faith exists between panel members. It's perfectly acceptable to attack another's opinion or mentality, but ad hominem attacks are strictly prohibited. An example of this prohibition would be Billy. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Not Billy, you're the dumbest person I've ever met. Number 2, honesty. Upon your arrival on the show, it's expected of you not to be deliberately obstinate. Due to the complex discussions that we embark on, a certain level of creativity and imagination is necessary. The above withstanding, you may be asked to step outside of your worldview and think of things from a hypothetical perception. And if asked to, a stubborn, I don't know, or deeply entrenched failure to conceive of alternative ideas is harmful to the good spirit of healthy conversation. We hope to avoid echo chambers where the room is parroting each other. We also hope to avoid creating an intellectual Charlottesville where 2 opposing groups are shouting across the table, waving pitchforks and torches without ever attempting to consider the other's position. Panel composition is deliberate, and to avoid piling on to one member, please just remember, opinions are like assholes. Yours is apt to be as wrong as it is right. Number 3, trust. We trust that guests on the panel will refrain from any hate speech, ill will towards celebrities, particular demographics, and any other general avoidance of anything that could be considered a violation of the terms of service of the platforms and publishers we choose to post on. While it's in its infantile stages, we already got video archives, so nudity is strictly prohibited. And in efforts to preserve our reputation, we request that guests of the show avoid intolerant language. No call-in Italians, grease balls, or guineas, or dagos, or wops.
Wow.
The only wop that we want to hear on this show is wet ass pussy.
Beat it up and charge. If you're appropriately whopping, which means your pH levels are perfectly balanced.
No religious persecution. Don't make fun of the Scientologists, no matter how fucking stupid their fucking religion is. No terroristic threats. I don't want to hear about some, bus bombing in where is it, Fallujah, you know what I mean? Like, Cherney, no standing in solidarity with Son of Sam, who mowed down those pedestrians, even if they were jaywalking. No other bad faith, derogatory communications, no ableism. All jokes aside, I really do detest the use of the F word, the N word, and the R word. El Gato may periodically chime in with popular sound bites and may even go as far as dropping an N-bomb. But if you'll note, they, them are black. Rule number 4, consideration. Nobody wants to listen to some diatribe by one person except this one. So please consider the air of the room. We ask that all our members of the show contribute equally in their communication and to have a somewhat internal clock when speaking, maybe like 3 minutes. It hopefully won't be necessary to have a clock where we buzz contestants if they go over there a lot of time like a presidential debate. But please conduct yourself with good courtesy, like not interrupting people. And if the host reminds you of this, it's not to reprimand you for poor manners, but to maintain a structure. It might sound like this.
You're done.
You fucking done, son.
I like that.
The sign is real simple, man. It says back it up.
You may occasionally be ushered to a swift conclusion. And once again, please accept it with grace and not get butt hurt. And the number 5 rule is fun. Fifth and final rule is to have fun. We aim at the Good Faith Podcast to build a culture of fun and debate in an attempt to reach across the aisle, perhaps educate and learn things from the many walks of life. Remember, only boring people get bored. If you happen to find yourself bored, offended, irked, kerfuffled, disgusted, bewildered, befuddled, bamboozled, confused, bothered, tired, triggered, enraged, enthralled, floored, or plain old flabbergasted by the flamboyant rigmarole, the P.O. box for our complaints and grievance department is 123 up your ass. Go fuck yourself. Seriously, we do endeavor to create a safe space for constructive feedback, and we'll consider any complaints and grievances.
I like being kerfuffled, though.
What is being kerfuffled?
It's
It's just being confused.
Okay.
I thought it was something else. Oh no. I'm gonna try that out.
Finally, a philosophy of curiosity is welcome. Instead of criticizing a viewpoint you don't understand, please seek to understand it. All right, that's all I got for my long fucking intro. So, does anybody have any questions or comments?
Can I get some more pizza?
Yeah.
Okay, so make sure. All right.
Watch that cord. That
I'll make
cord
sure,
is like the
yes.
fucking
It's
lifeblood of our shit.
Yes,
That cord's like the carotid artery of the fucking podcast.
Jesus. That's all I want to hear more.
All right, so I like to start out our podcast with the delusion calculator. Troy, do you want to start?
You gotta explain it to her.
All right,
Right.
The delusion calculator. You never heard it?
Never heard of it.
All right, so you're gonna pretend that you're not in a relationship. Pretend that you're single with Toya,
All right.
and I want you to tell me your standards for a partner, and I'm gonna tell you how fucking delusional. Okay?
All right.
Joseph Fowler said, "Watch that cord."
Watch that fucking cord.
Watch that cord.
Watch that cord. Okay. Are you seeking a man or a woman?
Woman.
Okay. Does she want kids? Either yes or no?
No.
No. Age range?
Over 30.
Over 30. How old are you again?
32.
Over 30.
Mm-hmm.
Under
40.
Under 40. Okay. Height range?
I don't think it really matters.
So she could be 4 foot.
No, well, maybe like, but I don't know. Like, I'm 5'2", so like it's.
Do you want her to be taller than you? Do you want her to be shorter than you? Do you want her to be about the same?
Yeah, about the same or
So
taller.
you're
than-
5'2". What about like 4'10"? Are you okay with 4'10"?
Sure.
All right, we'll say 4'10". And how tall can she be?
I mean, like not like 6 foot, something like that.
Not 6 foot.
You want a basketball player?
So 5'11".
Sure.
Okay. What do you want her to earn a year?
A lot.
What's the minimum? What's
Fair enough.
You said it's delusional, right? This is right off the charts.
I got a question. I got another point. So, when a woman wants a man, he has to be over 6 foot. Well, you just
Right.
said for a woman to be with a woman, oh, she could be around my height or whatever. That's a valid point right now. Notice that.
I mean, hey, I don't know. That's just like who made them rules up, right? So it's just, I don't know. I don't need to be with she don't need to be tall because it's like, yeah, but if I'm with a man, then I guess, why are you the same height as me? I guess.
Okay. What's the minimum that you will accept your girl making a year?
All right, maybe about like 60,000.
Sheesh.
Delusions right off. The delusions is falling like right off the chart.
We said
wow.
we said 60,000.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she working.
Ethnicity.
Black.
She's got to be black.
Mm-hmm.
Hair color. Any.
Yeah.
Eye color. Any. Education. Minimum education.
I mean, I don't know. She get like associates or something.
All I got is high school.
They don't have associates?
Yeah, only high school or bachelor's degree.
All right, let's go with bachelor's then.
Bachelor's, okay. Religion.
I really
Any.
don't really have a preference.
Smoker.
No.
No smoker.
No.
Terry, where's Lassie? She's at the
Mm-hmm.
She's coming in mighty early this year. Smoke. No
what they say, Timmy. Early peaches, long summer.
Smoke. What's that, Lassie? Are you smoking yet?
Drinker.
Yeah.
She must
She
be a
has to
drinker.
drink or-
Oh, she doesn't have to drink.
I fucking drink this. Either.
Yeah.
I mean,
I do whatever. I can't be with someone who doesn't.
do you want to exclude married women?
What kind of question is that? Yeah.
Yes, you do want to exclude.
Yeah.
Do you want to exclude obese women?
Oh wow, that's crazy. Let's say no. Let's
No.
be kind and
Okay.
say no.
Let's find out how delusional you are. Ooh. You have a 0.12% of finding this woman.
Damn.
That's 205,338 American women of the 168,310,216 women.
Nice.
I'll also add, statistically, the chances that all 205,000 of these women are lesbian is like not happening. Probably like you probably got
Probably like
maybe
maybe
100,000 to like choose from, and that's being generous.
Dang.
All right, Nancy, do you want to go?
Yeah, let's go. Let's see what I got.
All right.
I'm just curious.
Men or women?
Women.
Women. Wants kids, either yes, no.
I wouldn't mind.
So yes or either.
Yeah.
Sounds like-
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Like, wait. Do I want a woman with kids?
No.
Okay,
I
I want
think he
kids.
was
Yeah,
saying
does she,
either.
Okay,
does
yeah,
she want kids?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Well, like, would it be a deal breaker if she didn't want kids?
Yeah, it would be.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
point of that.
Age range.
I would say I'm getting a little old right now. I would say mid 20s.
So it's like 25.
Yeah, I'll say around that range, maybe around like early 30s, maybe like 32, 33, somewhere in that range.
We'll go 33 to help your statistical odds.
I want to have a little gap in there.
Height range.
I don't care for that.
So she could be 4 foot.
I ain't gonna front. Get some bad little bitches popping on social media. I don't be seeing them now. I don't know where they've been hiding them at, but they been coming out of nowhere. When I was like, I want to get me one.
Is the M word a slur? Are we
I don't think
allowed
so.
to say the M word?
I don't know. I mean,
I don't think it's gonna be against TLS.
Well, I just I don't want to offend anyone.
I mean,
You can say little people.
I mean, I said the F word so many times already. Come on, man. I mean,
We do have a little subscriber actually.
we do.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
One of the
Hey,
137
hey,
subscribers we got is a little person.
Listen, I'm 6'5". That'd be a great picture to take.
All right, so what's the tallest you could be?
I mean, I don't want to talk taller than me. I'm 6'5". So I mean,
Alright, 6'5" is it?
No. I don't want to maybe like 6 foot at best. I mean, that's like giant for a 1 foot.
6 foot.
Oh, you saying that you can't say mission though? All right.
All right, 6 foot.
Yeah, that's the time. Yes.
Minimum income.
I'm not concerned about her money.
Could be 0.
I mean, as long as she can cover her bills. I ain't saying she come in completely broke now.
Yo, I feel like a girl that is earning nothing, she could be a big asset to a man's life.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
if she's
I mean,
if she's
that money doesn't concern me, but as long as she can take care of herself,
yeah, she can't be a liability.
Exactly.
But
As long as you can take care of yourself this time of year, I don't worry about you.
ethnicity,
Don't matter.
okay. Hair color,
Don't really matter.
eye color,
Don't matter.
education, minimum education,
If she at least get through high school and get a GED at least,
okay. Religion,
I'm not too worried about religion.
smoker,
No smoking.
drinker.
I'm not a social drinker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to that.
Do you want to exclude married women, or you want to make a cuck out of a poor guy?
What? You talking man? We just talking about having fun with or relationship with? No.
This is the woman that you're gonna settle down with.
No, I don't know, man. I don't know
Okay.
what it is.
Exclude married women. Exclude obese women.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. If I'm only marrying one, I'm with no obese. I guess no.
You don't have OCD. You have obesity. Okay, thank you. I didn't know my psychiatrist was on here. Thank you.
Nothing against big girls,
Yeah.
but not with marriage. That's something you gotta be pragmatic about that.
All right, let's find out You got a 1.22% chance of meeting this woman.
A little higher than me.
That's horrible. I thought I was pretty reasonable. On my standard.
Yeah,
It did sound pretty reasonable.
I mean, jeez.
Yeah, where? Like, what are you?
Like, well, I was like, yeah, what am I going too high on? I thought I was being pretty fair.
I think you probably got like a slim age range, but like I can almost guarantee that I'm gonna be more delusional than this.
Yeah.
You got like 2 feet of height gap. I mean, you have no income that you require. Like, yeah, I'm surprised at that. Really, I feel like that was one of the most reasonable non-delulu criterias I've ever seen.
How do I sound? Does y'all sound good? I sound better now.
The chat would have to say.
Yeah, hey chat, if you're listening, can you let us know how everybody sounds? Everybody should be coming in pretty good. I feel like nobody's fucking up. All right, I'll go now. Want a woman? Does she want kids? Yes. Age range? I'm gonna go 18 to 26. Height range 4 foot to 5'6".
So it's a deal breaker if they're like around your age.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because a woman's fertility window, by the time she gets to my age, is like very, very high risk pregnancy, and I don't want to deal with that. Minimum income. I do want to say it doesn't matter, but I think she needs to at least make like 30,000.
That's reasonable.
You take care of herself.
Yeah. Ethnicity, any. Hair color, any. Eye color, any. Education, yeah, I'll say high school. I'd actually rather if she didn't have like a college degree, but so
that's interesting. That's interesting.
Religion, any. Smoker, either. Drinker, either. Exclude married women, yes. Exclude obese women, yes. Wow, fucking Delulu.
Yeah, you put the age range.
I got a
0.38%
chance of finding that one.
And you said she could smoke too. I didn't say she could smoke.
Yeah. Age is 18 to 26.
Yeah, my age range really like makes me Delulu. I only got 639,579 women to pick from in America.
You like only want.
So we don't have to go overseas for this lady. And some of these women might be lesbians or like,
right.
I mean, some of them might be physically unattractive to me.
Be realistic,
Journey.
Yeah.
Gender.
Women.
Wants kids.
Tiny Parcel said, "What even is the rubric for this calculation?"
Who are you? This is like taken from U.S. Census Bureau data, and they, like categorize every person by these things. I guess.
You want to say the site? Or
the site is keeper.ai/tools/calculator. It's like it's like a I don't know, like a promotion trying to get their dating app off the ground or something. So everybody use Keeper. They're your fucking plug. Who are you, Tiny? What's your government name?
what's your cover?
Kelly says I'm curious too, but it didn't read her.
Kelly
There we go.
said, "I'm curious too."
Yeah, it's I believe it comes from U.S. Census Bureau data. Cherney wants kids.
Either.
Age.
21 to 40.
21 to 40.
40, damn.
Height range.
4'6" to 6'6".
Why are you against a 4-foot woman? Like,
I don't know.
I'm telling you, there's some bad women.
I haven't seen a 4-foot woman. I don't know what it.
Kelly,
I've seen quite a few of them. I'm trying to tell on social media.
Like in person, though.
I would love to see one person. I feel I saw the person in instant love.
I don't even want to like get into
Catherine
it.
Blair said, "Trina's here."
Yo, Trina, what's going on? Shit. Wait, what? Age range was what? 21 to 40. Height range was 4'6" to 6'6".
6'6". You just saying numbers at this point.
That's me.
Right
Right,
in the middle of it.
That's the thing. That's me, right? 6'6", you're there, right? You want someone to be my Sheesh. You want
All right.
Snoop to death.
You want death by Snoop?
Death by Snoop.
Minimum income.
Like 40,000.
Fucking gold digger.
You're right.
Ethnicity. Any hair color.
N.
Eye color.
N.
Education.
G.
Okay. Religion.
Any.
Smoker.
No.
Katrina Blair said, Eric, do your macho man voice face.
do it.
Oh yeah, Katrina, you watching this podcast? Yeah.
Tiny
You know where this podcast is going, Katrina? It's going straight to the top.
Tiny, who are you?
What did he say?
He said, don't hate tall women are fine. Who is Tiny? Who the fuck are you?
Probably one of our new subscribers.
Who the fuck are you?
Be gentle. Or
Religion, any? You said smoker, no. Drinker. Either exclude married women or do you want to wreck a home?
Homewrecker.
Exclude obese women or do you want to? Okay. You got a 0.74% chance.
So I got the same chance.
Because we're
I'm
like
barely changing it if I'm even.
that's one. At least you got 1 million to choose from. That's 1,245,000.
Maybe it's because all the people are like dying and.
I think it's because our criteria is changing slowly.
I feel like
we're becoming more reasonable, or maybe we're becoming more.
I'm becoming less reasonable.
You're fucking deluded.
I had 5%
reasonable with it. Like, shit, that's not bad. That's not bad it is.
Yeah, that's not bad. It is.
1%. That's like needle in a haystack.
All right, so this next one, I want you guys to quickly try and rate your pillars, because like I feel like on a lot of these podcasts, like people like say like I'm a 10, I'm a 9, I'm a 8 or whatever, and they're only talking about physically. I want to know what you are as a whole being, right? So I think there are 4 pillars to what makes up your personality. There's your relational metric, there's your physical metric, there's your financial metric, and there's your spiritual metric. So I'll start just to let you guys know how I think it should go. Relationally, I think I'm like a 7. Physically, I think I'm a 7. Financially, I'm a 6.
Kelly Leon said, background.
Background.
Yeah.
What about the background? Do you like my background? Isn't my background fucking badass? I got all these neon lights and shit. And then spiritually, I think I'm a 6 again. So I'm 7, 7, 6, 6. Turney, what are you?
What are they again?
Relational, physical, financial, spiritual.
Relational, I guess like a 6. Spiritual, a 1. Is there a 0 or just 1?
You could be a
Damn.
Financial, like an 8. And what am I missing?
Looks. Physical.
Like 7.
Okay. Wait, you said 8 for financial?
Yeah.
Because I all right. When I think of this, like when I think of a 10,
Blair said, relationship, 8 physical, 6 financial, 7 spiritual, 6.
okay, all right, Katrina.
This is cool.
When I think of financial, a 10 is like Warren Buffett. A 10's got $100 billion net worth. A 9 has maybe $1 billion net worth.
Okay, but
8 has like a.
But a billion is like the 99 percentile, so should
Yeah,
that all be
Right.
I mean,
You gotta, like-
we all like negative 50.
Yeah.
You get that shit right there.
Yeah, but like it goes on a scale because like a 0.
Yeah, but if you take 90% of the population, that's probably like less than 100,000.
Sure,
95.
sure, but like,
So I think
Mhm.
I'm
It
above.
might be good to define these.
Yeah.
oh, I did for the past couple of episodes. If you want, you can watch our archived footage. I had like an actual scale where I like gave examples of who was a 10, who was a 5,
A
who
short
was a 1.
idea. That's a short idea. There you go.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think-
There you go.
but like it had some really sensitive content. I was talking about Sandy Hook shooters.
Oh yeah.
and-
Whoa.
Tiny Puzzle said, like for financial financial, I'd say 30K would be like a 4.
I mean, yeah, we're like
Oh,
for
you know what?
regular
Listen,
people,
right?
like we like.
Listen.
And it
Let's
also
be
depends
real
on
people.
how you
Alright,
are with
so,
your
so just that scale for regular people like us.
Okay,
We're not
so
talking about Warren Buffett. They whatever. We're talking about
so
regular
I'd say 52,000 would be like a 5 in my opinion.
people.
Right, like,
Or the 50K is 5.
Is
So,
5.
so he's in.
but like 100K is not a 10. You know what I mean? Like 100K would make you
That
like a
doesn't make sense.
7, right?
I
Like,
don't think a 5 would
and also
How is
debt-
a 552 and then a 100K is a 7?
Yeah,
that doesn't
right.
even make
because,
sense.
like also debt to asset ratio is also
Okay,
important.
so then
like,
I should be higher because I don't have that.
I agree. But like you do not make 52,000 a year, right?
No, but I also have over 100,000 net
All right,
worth.
so I'll allow a 6. You can be a 6. Is that okay?
You want me to be a 6? Go
You're a
ahead.
6. All right. Did I interrupt
That
you?
was
Or...
my
Said,
my
yeah, I'd
thoughts.
say 100K is like a 7.
Yo, Tiny, who are you? Who the fuck are you, bro? Who the fuck is this guy? Are you done?
Mhm.
All right, Toya, would you like
You
to go?
done?
Are you good?
What do you mean, like relation wise or whatever?
Like, how do you relate to other people? How do you
Oh.
relate to your partner?
Yeah.
How do you relate to your coworkers? How do you relate to your parents? Your
I feel like there's
everything.
different
You know,
numbers
like,
for each
how do you
of those,
relate
but-
to other people of the world?
I don't know. I guess I'd say for that, I guess I'd say like a 7.
Okay.
You said spiritually, I don't know, maybe like a 7.
I think that's a good number to be.
Financially, I guess like these numbers you said, I guess I'm gonna call myself a 7. I'm gonna say 7.
Do you qualify for the metric for the standard that you put into the Delulu calculator? What did you say?
What?
60 grand?
Yeah.
Do you make 60 grand?
Yeah, I make more than that.
Good for you. Yeah. Do you have any debt?
Oh, who doesn't have student loan debt?
Said,
Oh, okay,
Oh, a majority of people do though.
But who's going to pay
You're
that?
more
It
like a
doesn't matter.
9 social. Kelly says you're a 9 social.
Oh well, thank you,
Relationship. And physically, what do you give yourself?
man. Physically, I don't know. I guess I give myself like an 8.5.
Okay. All right, Nasty. Relational, physical, financial, spiritual.
Okay, so break down the categories. Okay.
So relational is like how you relate to other people in the world. Like, are you flipping off people in traffic? Are you
Oh,
like?
God.
Shut up. Kelly Leon said, 10.
Kelly's crushing on you. Are
Mhm.
are you crushing on Toya or
Okay.
10?
Said,
Let's
all the
crush on
way.
Shorty over there.
Kelly says you're a 10.
Oh well, thank you.
Okay,
I was just being a little modest, you know.
Here we
I
go.
would say you're a
Here we
twat.
go.
I'm a twat. He says I'm a twat.
Here we go.
Say Kelly wanted me to
Kelly
say
wanted
that.
to call me a twat. All right, Nasty.
Relational, I need to work on it. I'll say I'm about a 6. Yeah, I can be like traffic. I got road rage, and I can be a little bit grumpy. I will admit that.
Physical.
I'll say right now, I'm about a 7 right now. I feel
Okay.
pretty good.
Kelly Leon said, twat waffle.
What did you say?
Twat waffle.
Waffle.
Nasty financial.
That's on real. I'll say I'm a 7 right now. I'm good.
Okay.
Okay.
And
I ain't broke, I ain't rich. I'm good.
spiritual.
Oh, 0. I mean, I don't do better than that.
All right. I think you're at least a 1. You believe in.
I think I won. I say I believe somebody else in 1. Yeah.
Okay. I want to now discuss this fucking idiotic Frankenmuth abomination monstrosity of peanuts now. So
You
What?
haven't
What?
you haven't printed out.
so what I imagine
for
when
each of
Peanut
us?
was I just got one. What I imagine when Peanut was constructing this fucking parlay, yo, I imagine there was like a wolf howling on a rainy night, and it was like foggy, and then like there was like a lightning crash, and he was like, "It's alive! It's alive!" He took like the fucking epidermis of like a fucking WNBA game, and then he took some MLB bets and some future parlays and some fucking NFL. So I just wanted to take this time to shame Peanut.
Well,
on
did
this.
you
Shame
at least
Peanut.
give permission first?
Yeah, I talked to him about it.
Shame on you,
I
Peanut.
I know
told-
he wouldn't care.
Shame.
I told
but-
Peanut last night, if you don't cash this out, I'm coming over to your house and I'm vandalizing your house and beating your ass. Fucking. So this is a 12-leg parlay.
Probably.
Cross
Damn.
sports, cross leagues, cross genders.
He
Like,
went.
it's
He borrowed some money, Peanut. You alright?
Peanut. Dude, this is crazy. Peanut bet $5.
Hit on a lot of
Peanut bet $5 on the Baltimore Orioles money line, the Phillies money
them. Well,
line.
against who?
The Baltimore Orioles against the Red Sox, Philadelphia Phillies against the Nationals, Minnesota Twins against the.
What was this?
These were random days. They were regular season games. They were
This is just this is a monstrosity of a wager. Minnesota Twins over the Texas Rangers. Indiana Fever over the Phoenix Mercury.
Who is betting on the
It will be beautiful. No one will see it coming. I give it mine. This is mine.
Literally, no one has a repeat bet of this.
How much you
No
win
one.
on, man? For real.
Yo, just listen.
Oh my god.
New York Liberty over the Vegas Aces.
That
Man
was the game we went
City.
to?
Manchester
I was like, was
City
it?
over the
What day was
Chelsea
that?
That was a
Football
Sunday.
Club. I don't
It's
even
like
know
the
what
first
fucking-
Sunday or
or
second
soccer
Sunday in
club.
September. or something.
Miami Dolphins over the Jaguars. Arizona Cardinals.
Said, wait, people bet on football?
Wait, people. Yeah,
What?
Peanut does. Peanut's silly for this one. All right. Arizona Cardinals and Buffalo Bills to go over 48.5 points. Chicago Bears to cover the 4.5 point spread over the Titans.
They beat 'em.
Alabama to make the college football playoffs. Texas to make the college football playoffs. Oregon to make the college football playoffs.
This is just
He bet $5 on this. It's the total payout is $3,257. He had last weekend an ability to cash this bet out for $1,396, and he didn't take it.
He hit on everything but college so far, right? The college.
Yeah, he's got these like
futures are the
college
only things left.
futures, but
Yeah.
like
Those are the only things left.
he's a madman. I'm
But
just
yeah,
picturing like beakers and Erlenmeyer flasks that he's just like mixing around like just mad scientist style.
What do you think, Toya? Should he cash out?
Huh?
Should he cash out for the 1,000 or let it ride for the 3,000?
I don't know. I guess he should just cash out.
That's what like do all rational people at this table say he should cash out?
he should. But
Yeah.
I want to hold on.
I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna make it big. I'm gonna get rich. Then he did another one.
Dude, he probably has so many of these that have already died.
He did another
The one
eight,
that came
he
to
did
life.
another 8-legger. Phillies over the Rockies. Timberwolves.
Parcel said, go big or go home.
No. Go home.
No.
Go home with the $1,300. That's what I said. Phillies over the Rockies. Timberwolves over the Suns. Nuggets over the Lakers. Mavericks over the Mavericks over the Lakers in a different game.
Probably a different day, yeah.
Cleveland Cavaliers over the Magic. Texas with a 3.5 point spread against Michigan. That leg hit.
Yeah.
Clemson money line against Florida State. That leg hit. This is all riding on Ohio State to beat Michigan by 9.5 points. He bet $20 on this with a $1,600 payout. He's a fucking
I think
nut.
Ohio State can beat Michigan by that much. That's the only thing left.
Yes.
And how much is the payout?
What's the payout? Cash out unavailable on that.
So what's the payout? It's 1,000.
1,600.
16.
He's just a fucking nut. He's a degenerate.
You say you bet 20 on it?
Yeah. All right. Now we're gonna get into a little bit of financial discussion. So I want you guys to plug your port. Will any port do in the storm, or does your portfolio pose a tactical advantage against the turbulence of the market conditions? What sectors do you stick to? What sectors do you avoid? Discuss your portfolio composition and diversity and explain it. And if you have no investments, that's okay. Maybe we can convince you to invest in some of the companies we invest in. Nasty, do you want to start?
Yeah, keep it simple. I do it on ETF, so I got a little bit of Nvidia, and I got a little bit of some Shibu. It's not going to do it.
Shibu coin?
Yeah, but it's $50. I
Kelly
was like,
Jones
whatever.
said, where?
Where what? You like?
Yeah.
No, that's a one-word question. That's like,
Where?
nah. I need you to be more fucking more complete with your shit. So Nasty, you just have the three. You got Nvidia, QQQ. You also got VU, don't you?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna start working on that later on.
It's like
Vanguard.
Vanguard
Okay.
S&P 500 ETF.
That's my 401k.
Okay, I might as well in my.
Nicholas
Vanguard's really
I
good.
got Shiba too, let's go.
That's Ryan.
That's all right.
he has Shiba?
Fuck that crypto.
Yeah, that's
He just
50
lied.
bucks. Who knows? Who knows?
Toy, do you have any investments?
No, you know what? Like my girlfriend asks me all the time.
Where is the topic of discussion?
Oh, I'm like,
The topic
answer
of
the
discussion
question.
is fucking our investments. That's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I like I said, I work in finance, so it's like my job, like it's like a bunch of things that I can't invest in and all this other stuff.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I just get really lazy working with finance all the time, and my girlfriend's like, you should, invest more, and I just, I don't really be feeling like it at the end of the day. So no.
Okay. Do you think you can be convinced?
I mean,
I'll
huh?
convince you.
Nah, no, I don't think so. It's just like if I feel like it, then sure. But it's just, I just don't really feel like it. I mean, what? Like I have a 401k. Like,
Said, as much as I hate Nvidia ATM, they are a safe bet. Nerds throw so much money away.
what is it?
Yeah. Yo, Tiny, I really want to know who you are. Not like I just want to.
Full government name? Like, what?
I just like I want to know if I know him.
I just don't think you do.
Okay. If you ever want a referral to the SoFi app, if you invest only $25, I think I get like 50 bucks. You get like 25 or something like that if you join off my link.
I mean, I'm very aware of that, but
Trying to use my friend.
I'm gonna make you an offer. You refuse, Toya. I'm gonna be on the day of my podcast. You come to my room, my studio. You're gonna do this for me. It's a simple request, all right? I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse. Join off my link. Or else. Turney, what do you got?
I don't really specifically target sectors or anything, but I guess I kind of have like energy and like drinks and entertainment, telecommunications. I like my main one is Starbucks, which is like 50% of my portfolio. So, and then I've got like Exxon, Disney, Young Brands, They've got like 200 for me.
With Disney?
200 in profit?
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
And how much did you? And I guess you don't really feel like.
I invested. Well, I guess it was like 1,100. It's at like 1,300 now.
So, do you guys know who? What the fuck is her name? Cody. I think it's Cody Sanchez.
Negative.
So she's like a really smart girl. She used to work at maybe it was like Merrill or Stanley Morgan.
Here's David Osborne, who was like worth $100 million at the time. I thought that was the richest any human could be. We were on a walk, and he was like, "How much money do you have right now?" And I was like, "I don't know. I have $100K in the bank right now." He's like, "No, how much money exactly do you have in the bank?" And I was like, "Well, I don't know. I'd have to look." He goes, "You have to look?" He's like, "How much money do you make a month?" And I was like, "Well, about this." He's like, "You don't know exactly." And I was like, "I also don't know that." "How much money do you spend?" I also don't know that. And he goes, "Money's a cruel mistress. If you don't pay attention to her, she will leave you for somebody else." And I remember hearing that conversation and thinking, let's take that one step further. So if all I have to do is follow my money, look at her, pay attention to her, and she'll grow. And he said, I can guarantee you that 1 year from now, if you look at your money every single day, and you look at your spendings, and you look at your savings, and you think about an ability to grow both, 1 year from now, you will be rich.
Yeah, so she's a really smart girl. She worked for like a hedge fund or something like that on Wall Street.
You're not gonna get rich in a year. I mean,
that's
a big stretch. You may be a little bit better off. I think
It's been a year and I'm not
that's
rich.
that's very predatory to me right there. I'm keeping it real now.
The really rich people do not think about saving. They think about how can every one of my dollars be more productive. People who are saving think, how can I not spend anything? People who are earning and growing think, how can I make every dollar that I spend bring friends when it comes back to me? And I think that's the material difference. Right. As opposed to just kind of just saving.
Yeah, so I like talking about my portfolio's composition. I'll try and do this pretty quickly. My zero commission SoFi brokerage account is up 20% on the year, or this might be all time, but like it's pretty much made all of its gains this year. It's about 27% Microsoft, 18% Lockheed Martin, 11% Apple, 10% Coke, hallelujah, 10% Nvidia, 7% Philip Morris, 5% Starbucks, 3% Ford, 1.5% Campbell's, 1.5% Micron, 1% Nike, 1% HP, 1% Procter Gamble, 1% Dell, 0.5% Colgate.
Really, Ninja? Really, we talking about 0.5% now. That's like saying like I'm 38 years old in 7 months. I mean, really.
All right. And then a 0.25% Berkshire. My Vanguard, my Roth IRA is up 16%, and it's basically got the exact same composition. I 2 years ago made the silly move of buying a 24-month CD, which maybe you guys in the banking industry can weigh in. Do you think that CDs are smart, not smart? What do you think?
I think they're better than most things. Probably not. If you're good at trading stocks, then they're not as good as that. But like CDs are a safe bet.
I'd agree.
Safe bet?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be safe. I want to be fucking dangerous.
And that's how you lose money.
Yeah.
Look at Peanut.
No, I mean, I had to convince Peanut to take the cash out on like fucking $1,300 of
and he still
free
has
money. Yeah. Well, he can't right now. He needs to wait until the next game, and hopefully all of his college is.
Wait, so there was like a small window he could have, and then it's not anymore.
Yeah. But it'll probably go up if all those teams win their game.
It's like Deal or No Deal. It's just like giving you a lesser no deal. It's like a lesser deal than what they should be giving you. But
and then I got a couple precious metals. I got 172 ounces of copper, 16 ounces of silver, 4 grams of gold, 1 gram of platinum, and that's my net worth.
Why don't you just invest in futures instead of acting wrong?
I don't know how futures work. Like a lot of day traders do fuck with.
I'm pretty sure it's just like buying a stock, but it's the value of the raw material like silver and gold and stuff.
I don't know. It just seems more like I try and keep all my money moves within my circle of competence. So if I like don't understand something fully, I do not do it. You know, and I've made a little bit of money in the past couple of years sticking to that kind of strategy. All right, we're gonna go around the table, and I want to know, Nasty, are you a feminist?
Hell no.
Not hell no. Damn.
Toya, are you a feminist?
Yeah.
Journey, are you a feminist?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not a feminist. Nasty.
Tiny Parcel said, I'm a financial idiot, so don't take what I say with any merit. CDS are good to start with investing. Once you hit that period, you can use it to actually start in stocks.
Fair enough.
Tiny Parcel said, either way, CDS are only good if you know that money you put in will not be missed.
Yeah. Nasty, does female privilege exist?
Absolutely.
Toya?
What does that even mean?
Does male privilege exist?
What does that even mean? Like, what do you mean?
So, I guess a person who believes that male privilege exists would believe that men are able to just walk down any dim lit alley without fear of any kind of consequences for being assaulted or something like that, as if men are always wearing some like impenetrable force field.
Kelly Leon said, Chris, I would love to work with you as far as credit and research goes.
Well, get with me. I'll help you out.
I guess as far as male privilege, like in that way, sure. Female privilege, how? So I wouldn't really say too much.
Would you say no? You could
What?
say no.
What? I said no.
You said no that female privilege does not exist.
Yeah, like
Okay.
in what ways does this exist?
Nasty, can you like think of any ways that it might exist?
Everywhere. Let's be real about it. I mean, we see people I'm gonna call it this. We see a lot of women getting put positions who don't really belong in it. They get just put in there, or just general courtesies, like.
And see, they get put where?
Say just general courtesies makes sense. Women
What?
like say we'll change a woman's tire. A man will change a woman's tire, not change a man's tire. You see what I'm saying? Or a man he'll carry a woman's bag, he don't carry a man's bags, or things like that, or certain things we have in our society. Like, for example, if I don't work, I don't eat. I don't get no handouts as a man. Now, women, on the other hand, there's more things available to them. Or like say there's homeless shelters. Now,
There are male homeless shelters.
Homeless shelters, a lot of men.
There are a lot of men that are
there's
turned away
different
from homeless shelters as well.
So I said there's both sides of the coin. Both sides of it. I would say, in my opinion, I think is women do have a little more privilege in
I
life.
think people are too flippant with the concept of privilege. It's far more nuanced.
Well,
I agree.
Privilege is
Whoever this
invisible.
person is, I agree.
Privilege is invisible to those who wield it. So,
So how would we know it exists?
well, all right, like men die sooner. Men who get divorced are 8 to 9 times as likely to take their own life after a divorce. Is that like an indication of some type of privilege that our mortality rate is heightened by a breakup like that?
Sure.
Okay.
I think there. I didn't get to my point,
Yeah,
but
dude.
I think there's privileges on both sides.
Yeah. I could probably list more examples of privilege existing, and I think that in heterosexual dating dynamics, there's probably a lot more relevant like privilege, like paying on dates. I bet you like all of us men here have probably paid for the majority of the dates that we've been.
Is that like a privilege though? That's something that men have set up. Men have been like, oh, we're going to pay for a date. Right? Like not you per se, but who made that up? Who made the rules? The men made the rules.
But it's still like a
So
privilege, right? Like,
no.
I remember.
I don't think the first woman's like, oh, we're gonna go on a date, and the man's like, oh, who set up the rules? The men set up the rules. So it's like, why aren't women changing your tire? Because I'm the man. So who set up the rules? Right, exactly. And who said that? Who made that up? Women didn't make that up.
I remember a couple, like it was like about a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. I paid for the first date, and the woman said something that was like rather misandrous. Her like pickup line to me was like, "You look like the guy who's gonna buy me my next dinner." And I'm like a horny single guy, so I obviously I've been on the bait and shit. But so I paid for the first date, but on the second.
I'd say that stat is erroneous. Did they track those mortality rates in contrast with the attempts? Because in general, women, I believe, attempt more. Men just have a higher success rate.
Yeah, they do.
I like that. I like that person.
I want to know who it is.
Very insightful.
Anyway.
But on the second date, like we were sitting, it was one of those places where there was like a counter where you paid, I guess, like you didn't tip, you didn't pay the waiter or whatever. But like she got up and like ran to the counter, like raced me to the counter so she could pay. Like that's the kind of like that's the kind of incentive, and like that's the kind of incentive that I want a girl to have. You know what I mean? But that's not the norm. Like I've never had that happen before.
It's equal, right?
Yeah, shit. Like
it was equal, right?
All right, so I think we've gone about that. Toya, do we need men?
Sure.
Journey, do we need men?
In what way? What do you
Does
society?
society need men?
Sure.
Nasty.
Yeah, we definitely need both parties.
So we need women.
We need both.
Yeah.
Okay.
We literally.
I'm gonna come up with a figurative hypothetical. If one gender disappeared from the face of the earth, how long would the human race last? So let's start with women. How long would the human race last if all women just disappeared from the face of the earth?
And it's all men. So it would go until the generation, the current.
So it would go a generation, right?
Until the current crop of men
Yeah.
that we currently have until died out
Die,
eventually.
yeah. So let's just say one generation.
I mean, say you
Well,
got you
it'd be the babies.
Yeah, you have
Right.
babies and boys, so you have someone from like 100 years old to a baby. So
But-
like close to like probably not 100 years.
Maybe about a century.
Somewhere around that range.
Probably
Yeah.
about a century.
Maybe around that range.
Right.
Yeah.
How long would Earth last if all men disappeared?
I mean, wouldn't it be the same?
What if there was a fire? Like,
We're talking about survival. We're talking
What
about
They can't put out fires.
We're talking about survival.
what if there? Like?
Alright, so
I'm
basically,
not saying they
alright, so-
can't, but they don't.
alright,
Like they don't
alright,
pick
yeah,
up
they
our
don't.
trash.
Alright,
They don't
so-
like filter our sewage.
no, wait. Okay, so you're saying right now, if Thanos came through right now, snapped this thing and said all the men are gone right now.
Yeah, women have no opportunity to
It's just
prepare.
literally right
like
now
all
we're
these-
talking. So as we're talking right now, we do the podcast. All three would disappear.
All
and Toys
these
last-
HR generalists have to like
Toys last- I mean,
sort through the sewage
Yeah.
and maintain the infrastructure, the highways, the
Okay.
electricity grid, like
I
all
think
that shit.
I'll be honest. I think
Okay, but there's already some women that do that.
No,
So
no,
they
no,
can
but-
prepare
no,
other
no,
women.
So overextended. So
All
overextended.
right, so let's be real.
That's how
Alright,
they train other
No,
women.
no,
What
but
do you mean?
let's be real.
It's like how it's funny how it's like, oh, if men drop out, it's like, oh, they're not gonna like. What about the highways? It's like women are just like,
Well,
Like, what?
All right, so for example, let's be real. I'm a fireman, all right? Not a lot of women do that job. I see police. You only have a few female police officers in
Probably
the city
the
that are
same, but
working.
the
You know what I
quality of
mean?
every remaining life would be drastically different.
And then we gotta do something about this voice.
Is that Tiny again?
This voice just interjects a little too much and it kind of does.
Guys, I really appreciate you guys coming in.
No, you can turn it off. You can turn it off yourself.
I can. And eventually when we get big, eventually you're gonna have to pay to chat. But like right now, I just want to like give you guys in the chat a little bit of a warning. Like only chime in if you got something really pertinent to say. Like
That's important.
don't be
What do you
saying like what like more single answers. Like, fuck.
So to your point, you saying yes, there are ladies who maybe do construction, but let's be real about it. There's only probably like one. Let's be real. We all drive by sites all day.
Yeah, they maintain the infrastructure of society.
There's like one lady at the whole construction
That's
site.
so
I'm
funny.
saying, so there are some ladies we got one, like you said, they be overextended.
Yes, but if
The only way is for men to be asexual and do it themselves.
if men
Exactly.
are just
Amen.
dropped off the face of the earth and it's just women, they would be in a position where they would have to train other women to learn those tasks.
How long do you think they would do? How long do you think it would take for
The
them?
same time. It would be the same
Right.
generation.
No.
right.
No, let's be real about it. There's a lot of ladies who do not like taking out garbage. So,
But
taking out garbage. Okay,
It's taking out garbage, like,
Let me give you. You're
Alright.
stranded on an island. You only have another person, and he's
Danny got
dead,
loud.
and you have to eat them. Like you're going to have to do that
I'm
to
not.
stay alive.
No, I'm not going to do that. No, I'm not eating a person.
Why do you like you got so much emphasis on like the highways? Like if all the men are wiped out of the world, like the highways are just gonna burn. Like it'll be fine. Like you're talking about like taking out trash. Women already take out their own trash and change their own tires.
I mean, a lot of ladies do not like doing stuff like
But they
that.
do it or they know how.
Overnight, you told ladies right now overnight, you gotta start getting oil off the ground, you gotta start mining, you gotta start doing stuff like that. No, let's be realistic. That's not gonna happen.
All right, and a lot of men don't do that either or know how to do it. So what's your
Yeah,
point?
I don't think anyone here knows how to mine.
But
You're like
examples of in general.
But most men, like
that's-
most of
that's
the
a
people who are
male-dominated
mining
job.
are men. Most of the people who
Like,
are,
That doesn't make
Yeah.
most men able to do it.
but the
general-
infrastructure of the world would not be disrupted from women
It wouldn't. No,
disappearing.
it would
The
keep going.
infrastructure of the world would be.
It'll keep
I
going.
disagree.
It would take out nearly half the jobs that women already take up.
But those aren't pertinent to the existence of society.
Who's
like,
taking up those jobs
Who's
now?
still
There's
surviving?
half the population.
right. I'm about to say
What jobs
how
are you
wouldn't it?
speaking
Like
of?
The ones that the women have. What do you mean?
Okay,
Nurses,
women dominate
teachers.
the medical field. Okay, so women dominate the medical field. Okay,
True.
what was
Also,
the last
teachers
like that?
too. They
yeah, I was gonna say teachers.
Who's gonna be teaching these men?
Lifeline, what would you do?
Well, you figure now we got half the population, so now we have the male teachers. They can compensate right there. So we can compensate that real quick. A lot of ladies work service jobs. Let's be real. When COVID happened, we saw what jobs were important and who wasn't. We saw who sat home and who didn't. I didn't sit home. I worked 2 jobs.
I mean, there were definitely men sitting home.
No, there was.
Right.
We saw like the most important jobs. So like, I was like, I worked at old
The
folks'
service
homes. I kept
industry
going.
is a lot of women, and that's what was open still.
No, it wasn't. The restaurants was
Wawa?
closed.
I was working at Wawa, and it was
But
majority
I'm
women.
talking about like real restaurants. Like
Not real
like
restaurants.
big staff, like this
Someone
in
how
the
to change a tire.
Who, me?
Kelly knows how to change a tire.
Yes,
Yeah,
Kelly.
I hit the tire. Come on now.
I wish I had like a.
Chris, do you know how to change?
I do. I changed a tire like
Take
a month
take a
ago.
couple tires. Yeah.
Shit. I
You're
told
gonna
her.
change the flat tire that you currently have?
It's not flat. I just have like a sensor that's on, but like
Yeah,
I've
man,
made sure that my tire is operational. I submit that society could go on for about 100 years without women. I submit that society would erupt into hellfire if men were to disappear tonight.
That's literally just
I
sticking
theorize,
with your
I
view.
theorize that society would crumble into ash and bone if men disappeared.
It would happen overnight.
That's
but it would
interesting.
happen quicker than the
It would happen within the
All the men are gonna disappear and the roads are just gonna burn on up. Okay. Okay.
Your fiber optic towers.
Like God forbid I have to learn to change my own tire. Like
Or the electric, or the food,
Yeah,
or all that stuff.
Capable of doing this work. Just that skill set isn't as common.
I'm not saying they're not capable, but if they don't have men to
Let's
train
be
them,
real.
yeah, okay.
Let's be real. We ain't seeing ladies doing concrete work. All
We can
right,
go to the
we
next
ain't
one.
seeing that. No, we ain't seeing ladies being iron workers climbing.
So you haven't seen them all, so you don't know the numbers either. So
No, we may see one
if you
or
had
two.
to intuitively
You may see one or
guess,
two.
would you guess that more than 10% of these like critical infrastructure jobs are performed by women?
I mean I know it's predominantly men, but
Yeah. I just.
I mean,
So
exactly.
why wouldn't you say the same thing for the predominantly women ones? You're
What
gonna say
jobs are those?
teaching,
We just told
medical
you.
field. We just went
Teachers,
over it.
medical, okay, we can
So
teachers,
so
medicals,
so
okay.
men can take over that, but women can't take
But there
over
was a time in
Like I
human
said,
history
ladies
when
are-
the
ladies-
medical
ladies-
field
ladies-
There will
and
be a big gap in care industries. I'll be honest, I see men taking up care and service work if
Yeah.
they have no choice.
There are nurses.
yeah, there was a
Nurses
time
come
in
along.
human history when the medical field and the
Okay.
educational field were dominated by
And now it's not.
exclusively
So who's teaching?
men.
The same thing that's gonna happen with women. Women will teach women.
But you really think that? I'm gonna be honest with you, Dan. Listen.
Why?
Listen,
So why can men teach men, but women can't teach
women
women?
don't like doing these jobs. Let's be honest.
Men
about
don't
it.
like doing them either.
That's what we're designed for. Let's be
Oh
real.
my
How many
gosh.
female garbage collectors do you say?
I don't know. I don't
You know
know.
what?
Never.
You
You
don't
might
know.
never
Look at my
seen
garbage
You may
people.
see her
You
drive
don't?
the
It
truck.
doesn't matter.
She may drop the truck.
Oh
or I
my
see lady drop the
goodness.
truck, but you don't see
you don't know the numbers either.
You
Just
see ladies
throwing
throw
things
truck
out
on
here.
the
Like
truck.
Well, you guys have these laptops and devices at your disposal,
Yeah,
so
for real.
please feel free to use them if you
Or
want to
I'll give you
discount
an
one of
example.
our.
My,
We're still going with a hypothetical
No,
of
but-
whether schools teach people or
But-
not. That doesn't change
All right,
it.
wait. I have a question.
Some will learn. Some will have to learn, obviously, but I don't see it overnight. We're going to just change. Oh, we're all
Yeah, it's
ladies
not
will
gonna
running.
be. It's the same with men. It's not gonna change
All right.
overnight with all the women gone.
Is there a job? Is there a job that men cannot
Is
do?
there a job women cannot do?
Yeah,
well,
like
You want to go there?
See, maybe
I don't think-
Yes, we can. We could definitely go there.
I don't think that women cannot break their backs in the middle of an oil mine in Angola and get black lung. Because this stuff's important.
Listen.
Fueling our fucking machinery
In
is important.
Angola?
Wherever, fucking Venezuela,
Texas,
Argentina,
all right,
yeah, Texas.
You got the oil fields in Texas.
Yeah.
All right. You got Texas.
Do I think women cannot do that? No, I don't think they cannot. I
But
think
they
that
can
there
learn
would
to
be
do that.
a fierce learning curve.
Fierce-
I don't agree with that. A
Or
fierce
just-
learning
Or
curve.
just the physicality of a lot of jobs. Like I say, I'm a fireman, and like we got a lot of heavy things. We do have women who do the job, but not that many of them. I mean, with my class,
They don't need to,
no.
though.
I'll give you
Right.
I'll give you saying we can do it. All right, with my class that graduated, we had 5 women who graduated, and 2 of them didn't make it a year. It was shocking.
Well, you don't. Do you know why? You don't know why they didn't make it though. So you can't just be like they didn't make it.
Because see, school was different than the real world. School was easy. Once you get out there, it's totally different. So once everyone thinks they're bad in school, but when you get out in the real world, it's different. So that's in any field you're in. And I just don't see. I mean, it's like people may say, "Oh, this is." They may think, "Oh, this is how the job goes" in their mind once they really get into the job. Like I was a chef for a long time, and we churned through a lot of women. Unfortunately, some were good, but some we churned through. A lot of them don't. They can do the job. It was cute, whatever. But once they realized it was hot, it was crazy in there every day, we churned through and quit. And that was just a fact of life. I mean, like now they were probably better maybe in the pastry area, definitely in front of the house. They killed it out there, but maybe in the back cooking. It took a special woman to do that.
I've worked in the restaurant industry for 20 years of my life, and I can count. I can count on half of one hand all of the women who I like was in the trenches with, cleaning out the grease trap and scrubbing fucking steel pans and shit like that. You know, like maybe a woman might have like pitched in for an hour here or there, but like.
And I'm not saying that not. You don't get around. I work with plenty, but just over my years of experience, it just wasn't good. I mean, and I worked with some chicks who could burn, who was great, but that was a very small percentage. And once it just, I'm being real about it. And just a lot of jobs. I'm not saying you can't do it. Just because you can would mean you should. And not everyone is able. Like there's some jobs that I'm not price suited for to do it. I can admit that. I'm cool with that.
Sure. All right, but it sounds like there's not going to be any kind of agreement made here.
Oh, yeah,
so I don't want to get into another contentious topic. What's the golden time frame to withhold sex from a new partner? What's too long of a duration?
Oh, okay.
What's too short of a duration? Should there be a time frame to withhold your money from a partner?
That's an interesting question. I like that.
So I'll start, I guess. I think the golden number is like 3 dates. If you have like a standard, maybe if you're a virgin, you can set whatever type of like grace period it requires to, you know, take your virginity. But like, I mean, let's be honest. I mean, I've never been with a virgin a day in my life.
Those still exist?
Yeah, like especially in your 30s, like virgins basically don't exist. So, what do we think is an appropriate amount of time to wait to have sex with a new person? Nasty.
You said 3. I would say, well, we talking about 3 dates we're going on.
Yeah, like 3 dates. It doesn't even have to be like Olive Garden. You know what I mean? It could just be like watch a movie, Netflix and chill, whatever. You know, like seeing each other for 3 nights.
I'll be honest. This is 2024. 3 is like at the max. Nowadays it's like 1 or 2. Let's be real. Let's be real. Yeah.
Yo, shut up.
Wait till marriage.
Stop with your half-baked prescriptions of what ought to be done when you don't follow it. That's a hypocrite.
No.
We're all hypocrites.
I would say 3 at the max, but in 2024, I would say 1 or 2. Let's call it what it is.
Journey, what do you say?
I mean, I don't really. That really depends on how well you know each other. Like, I can't put a number.
All right, so
you do not know each other after 3 days.
All right, so like talking ahead of time.
There's some FaceTime and there's some texting. There's some calling.
I would definitely say 3 at the max. At the max.
3 at the max.
What do you say, Toya? Do you have a number? What what's the max? What are you gonna be like? Yo, like enough's enough, shorty. Like,
Spray that
give me blue balls over here.
I mean, I really don't like look at like the time frame. It's like if we, like we want to do it now. If it's at the one date, we want to do it at the one date. We do it at the one date.
Are you comfortable sharing how long you and your current partner chose to wait?
How long was it? It may have been like 2 months.
Oh, and how many like dates occurred in those 2 months?
I mean a lot. Like we like saw each other like just about every week.
Really? Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
That is a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot. And what was the other one about money? Like how long you withhold?
Do typically lesbians like go?
I want to hear this dynamic of a lesbian.
Is there like the breadwinner in a lesbian relationship?
I mean, I can't.
You're the standard for lesbians.
Right. I mean, I can't speak for all of them, right? Like and what they decide to do, but it's like.
I got a joke that applies. What does a lesbian bring on a third date?
What she bring?
A U-Haul trailer and all of her earthly possessions. Like,
No, that's actually that is actually a real thing. It's actually kind of crazy. Yeah, it's nuts.
Wait, so lesbians get together and like date number 3, I'm moving in.
Yeah, and they call it U-hauling. So yeah, it's actually called U-hauling.
No, I know
I mean, but I'm like, if I like someone, I'm usually like, generous with my money. So it's just like it really doesn't.
Do you find that like
as long as it's reciprocated? So
is it mostly
yeah.
Okay. I wonder because like in our experience, I don't know about Cherney's, but I can imagine in our experience, like there's almost like an implied obligation of the man to pay for everything.
Right. I mean, it's like if a girl asks me out, it'd be like the same thing if a man was to ask me out, and it's like, well, why am I paying? Like if a girl's like, oh, I'm gonna take you out on a date, I like my expectation is that she's going to pay because she asked me out. So
question: if 2 lesbians are dating, y'all dating regularly, like who pays? Because if I got a woman, I know I'm paying most of the time by far. That's what it is. If you got 2 lesbians, how does that work out? I'm just curious. Like, does someone pay more? Is it 50-50?
It depends on like every case by case, right? Like me and my girlfriend used to like we would have like in the summertime we would do like every Friday we'd go somewhere and we would alternate. So it's just it's like no set rules, I guess.
Are you guys socioeconomically similar?
I make a little bit more than her.
Like a little like what 10,000 or like about that?
No, a little bit more.
Now question, Trini. Now, if that was a man, would you be cool with that man making less money? Now, would you be cool with you being a breadwinner? You was in a hetero relationship, and that man making less money than you?
I mean, I wouldn't mind it. It's like as long as he's, still able to, like as long as he's still able to like do the things that like not do all the things I want, but like even with the balance of like or imbalance with me and my girlfriend, she's still able to like, like take me out and do the things and give me the things that I want. Like if he's still able to do those things, then it doesn't really matter too much.
Can men be whores?
Absolutely.
Can women be whores?
Yes.
No.
Is that on God? Like you?
No. Whores and women are whores.
They just can't. That's just it.
No. Y'all be calling men whores. So basically, men can't be whores by themselves.
Sure.
It's like
They gotta have someone to whore with.
All seriousness, yes, I guess. Women can be whores too.
Women can be whores. What makes a woman a whore? How can a woman be a whore?
I don't know. Yeah.
You answer that yourself.
Right.
My opinion is
Tiny
that
parcel said. Wait, hold on, what?
my opinion is men can't be whores.
They can't?
Can't be whores.
And why not?
Because it's too easy for a woman to be a whore.
What
woman
does that
can
even
roll
mean?
out of bed, wearing a burlap sack, her hair disheveled. She can find fucking 14 men in one morning who want to have sex with her. For a man to find that type of sexual optionality, he needs to be established. He needs to be high status. He needs to probably
So
be famous.
that still makes him a whore, though, right?
She don't gotta be all that.
There's also definitely broke people that
it helps. There's been many women who moved to some broke dude because he blowing her back out real good. You know what I mean? He plays 2K all day while she at work. So it don't matter with that part.
I suppose maybe. I just think the bar for what makes a man so whorish, pardon the language, and what makes a the bar is so much lower for a woman.
Okay, it still doesn't mean there's no whores that are men.
So if we can agree
so we're
that
like gonna move the goalpost, and that means there's no whores.
well, I mean either there are or there aren't. What is
both.
the goalpost for what a man whore is? Like if a man has sex in a lifetime, if a man has sex with 50 women, is he a whore?
Well, it depends on the time frame, like how
a lifetime.
In a
100 years, say he lives to be 100, and he has sex with
one every other year.
Sure, yeah. Is he a whore?
Probably not. I don't know.
Is a woman a whore if she does the same?
No, probably not.
So see, like I feel like you're kind of taking the stance that women and men cannot be whores, and
no, I'm saying if it's like 200 in 100 years, yeah.
What if it's 100?
Yeah, probably. I can't put an exact number.
Most Americans whores.
Anything that moves what makes a whore is the lack of care for the consequences of their promiscuity.
Is that Tiny again?
Yeah. I kind of like Tiny. I want to know who he is so I can
he or she's on point.
Appreciate him or her. I don't know what gender they are. Well, we bring back shame as a society. I feel like we just don't shame anybody for anything anymore. We don't shame people for being obese. We don't shame people for being whores. We don't shame people for being brokies that are dependent upon government assistance. Like, is this a plight on society that shame has left us?
Absolutely.
I say bring back shame. That's what I say.
No, you're right. No, shame. Like I said, I've been in the workforce about 20 years now. And I remember when I first started, I seen the change. When I first started cooking, if you couldn't cook, you wasn't good. Oh, you got shamed. They let you go. You couldn't cook.
Say you get fired. Yeah.
They will fire. Yeah, you got or they would talk about you. But nowadays you can't do that no more. You say something.
If they suck at their job.
I mean, you can. But it's hard now. But the times have definitely changed. Like I've seen it in the workplace. I've seen it in real life. It's definitely. I ain't saying you gotta be ridiculed to everybody, everything. But some things were shamed at one point, and they kind of do need to go back, sort of.
Yeah, I say bring back shame. That's what I say.
Shame.
I mean, I think it depends on like what it is. You know, you're like shaming obese people and shaming brokies and people on government assistance. Do they need to be shamed? Probably not.
What do they need?
I mean, to be left alone, to be like
no.
Yeah, they do.
The obese people, they come like that's down. They left alone. They put a burden on society right there.
They're what to society?
A burden.
Not a burden.
Yes.
So if we shame them, they're just magically not going to be obese anymore.
It'll make them look. It'll make them.
They'll probably comfort eat and eat more.
I mean, it's already too late by that point.
So then it doesn't matter for that.
Or they may have a hard look at you. All right, you can't. All right, that's just let's. All right, for example, someone's obese. They gonna keep eating and get bigger and bigger and have.
It needs to come from within.
No,
just
obviously they don't have it within. They keep stuffing themselves.
But if someone's just shaming them, that's not going to make it come out from within.
Or maybe shame is too strong of a word. Probably say something. Be like, just say something like, "Come on now, like let's be realistic about the situation."
Yeah, like an intervention.
I mean, yeah, you want to do that? Yeah, somebody gotta say, look.
I think you can be nice about it. You know,
definitely can be nice about it.
No, you can't be nice about it.
You can be nice about it. Like
some situations, you have to be extreme. Like when someone's that big, you gotta listen. You're like 500 or 600 pounds. You can't even move. I mean, you have to say something.
If they're
Bears don't
600
get nice.
pounds, I don't think anything's changing.
Well,
What you're
all right.
saying.
Maybe.
Well, like, all right. So
Maybe.
let's talk about the expert on obesity shaming, and that's that dude from My 600-Pound Life. You know, I'm talking about that. He's like,
Dr. New.
you're not gonna.
The doctor.
Now,
You already ate the food for the next 6 years, and that's bad. but he's in the trenches.
Said, it depends. I think you need to be held to account if you are in that position due to no fault but your own. I am 5'9". I was 289 pounds before August. I'm now 266 and falling.
Good for you.
He's a king or a queen.
All right, kid.
I mean, you can hold people accountable without shaming them. So it's like I'm pretty sure they know that they're big. They don't need some stranger coming in to shame them about how they look.
If they're at the gym and actually working,
No. I take a strict stance. In the gym, I do not shame anyone.
No.
People definitely do.
I don't think that's true. I've never witnessed it.
No one does that in the gym. I've been in the gym many.
You've been to every gym.
So
Big bitches voice, man. No, I've been in the gym and I seen many times someone big working out. No one's making fun of them.
Yeah.
I mean, most times someone may go over to me, yo, man, I see you working, G.
Yeah.
Right?
I've never seen
it. Seriously, I've been in the gym many days and no one's going, look at the fatty working out. No one's saying
I actually like praise. What's the opposite of shame? Praise.
Yeah.
I praise obese people in the gym, especially if I can see that they're like new to it. Yeah,
because like you trying, you're doing something. Yeah, you're taking your first steps. I mean, no, I ain't gonna shame no one for that. No.
Can growth occur in contentment? Because I think that it cannot, and I think that shame is a tactic to.
What about all these videos you can find of people just recording fat people at the gym?
I mean, I'm sure
that's not shame.
One of them, but like,
I'm sure people record everyone, but no one's going up to someone calling them.
Yeah, sure, but that's
ridicule.
That's probably worse. That's public ridicule on the internet.
But people report everything. I mean, so that's a very strong extreme right there. I mean, to record. I mean, to say all that's shame and so on. Yes, I mean, that's a very shallow person to do that. But
yeah, which is
of course,
a lot of society.
But no one's walking up to that person like, "Hey, you're fat, you're lazy." That's to me, no. I mean, that's totally different right there. To say shame and that's no.
Yeah, but I think that growth cannot occur in contentment, and I think that shame is an attempt to impose a little bit of discomfort in order to stimulate growth.
Again, I don't think someone who is
said Wando's videos are a minority and they are anti-9.
I'm sorry.
Well, like again, I don't think someone who is bigger. They know what they look like. They don't need a stranger to come up to them or to think it or to post it and be like, "Oh, you look like this." I don't need the stranger to hold me accountable.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
don't
just
think
like
posting something on the internet is a viable.
Now, if there's like, all right, my friend, if she comes up to me like, "Hey, you know what? I think I'm looking bigger?" Blah 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 blah, and then I'm like, you know what? You may have gained a little bit of weight. Here's how we can like no, you don't do you wait, let's pause it. Do you know me? So no, you don't know me. If she's my friend, if she asks me, I can tell her. You don't know me, so we're strangers. I just met you an hour ago. So
her bubble if she was like, "Girl, I'm looking so good."
No, because if she feels she looks good, then she looks good. It's not for me to say whether or not another person looks bad or they look fat or whatever like that, or they're obese. That doesn't mean anything.
Are the rules different for men and women? So you won't ridicule women. Ridicule a man that was overweight?
No, for what? Why?
Okay. All right. So, is university a scam?
Like college? Is that what you mean?
Yeah. So this is the way that we are kept tethered to our,
Tiny Parcel said, antisocial and looking for clout. You cannot grow if you are content. Shame, however, is most of the time a horrible motivator. You can Pavlov people into self-improvement.
What?
I think we're heading to. I don't know. We're heading.
We're in the bad.
We're heading to catastrophe quick
We're in
in America. More than half of our population is fat. More than half of our population does not even qualify for military conscription. What happens if?
Well, we want our best. We don't just want to take anyone.
Yeah, but what happens if we need to take everyone?
Everyone, our entire country.
The men. What if we need to take all the men?
Or most of the men again, yeah.
Yes.
I had a feeling World War III breaks out.
Yeah, what if like China or Taiwan or Russia invade us?
50 million people to do that.
We don't have it, so it doesn't matter. Like
that would be the men, all the men. I don't think we need 150 million people to defend.
Are you able to tell me
we also have technology that does a lot of the fighting for us.
Or right, not boots on the ground. You have to make men do different jobs. And maybe they got to get sent somewhere else to work here or do this. Not necessarily military, but maybe affiliate with the military.
So why are you just saying men? I'm lost here.
Because in America, men's right to vote is locked behind military conscription, meaning we can be penalized by the law for dodging a draft. Not that there has been a draft.
When was the last time?
Like 1969, 1986.
That's 40 years ago.
Okay,
it's still
we've been the top dog militarily.
Yeah, and we still are because our funding goes to it so much.
The draft in America needs to fight a war through pure manpower. We're fucked.
Fucked. Absolutely fucked.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's why I'm saying, men. Women are obviously allowed to fight in the war, and in countries like Israel, where they have their backs against the ropes, they're being attacked by 6 different nations all at one time, and have been for our entire lives. They have,
cause we don't live in Israel.
in Israel, they have like a very they have a very diverse military because they need to. Like the women.
Okay, but that's still not their entire population of men. That's just their military. Just like we have a bigger, stronger military than Israel.
We do.
We have the most funded military in the world.
We do.
By 3 times as much as the next one.
But it's not efficient.
It's not efficient. How is it not efficient?
Because all the money the military wastes every year.
Okay, we still got way more to back it up anyway.
Not really. You really look at it, we may think America think it's big and bad, but we're really not.
Why do you say we're not?
All right, the last time there was a draft, what war was it?
Vietnam.
I was gonna say
Vietnam.
Did we win Vietnam?
Okay.
No.
That was because we were going against a guerrilla warfare.
Well, no.
And
also,
we were fighting them in their territory.
And
not
also,
if they invaded us. If they invaded us, I don't think they would have beaten us.
And also, we didn't get the best soldiers, too, because a lot of the soldiers were conscripted. They did not want to be there, too. So you got a bunch of angry,
they were high,
disgruntled soldiers.
High,
so you got a lot of them who didn't want to be there.
Military service is mandatory as long as you're physically able.
Who? I love this tiny motherfucker. I don't even know who he is.
Get Tiny on the show.
Yo, Tiny. This is your invitation to come on the show,
Get Tiny on the show.
But yeah, like in Israel, like everyone's conscripted. Like you, if you're physically able, we need you.
Get with those. Get with those in the military
yeah,
out
that's
there.
the same. They're physically able.
Your girl Gal was out there.
What do you think the definition of physically able is different there? Like, what's different?
They're not fat.
Yeah, but that would be not physically able for us as well.
No, I mean.
Yeah, but like
they got better. They probably way better in shape than we are.
For sure, their livelihood depends upon
their citizens, maybe, but their military is not like just as big or strong as ours is.
No, of course, obviously it's a small military, small.
Yeah, like our special forces are very, very, very fucking incredibly fit. You know what I mean?
But we're saying when you saying you had to take basic people right now going to boot camp, it'll be terrible. Right now, it'll be awful.
Well, all right, why would we need to?
If we had a draft,
But
Hypothetically,
like,
if you had to get people right now, you think about your 18 to 22-year-olds right now and threw them in boot camp, it'll be all his videos right now. I see in the military with 18, 22-year-olds can't do push-ups or can't get over a wall. I'm like, Jesus. These are the ones that signed up for the military. Just imagine we had to draft people.
and I'm sure a good amount of those people that signed up eventually get stronger and do better. There's plenty that quit, but there's still like the people that join the military aren't just automatically buff before they get there.
I seen it. Trust me. I've been through the academy before. I ran through the academy. I got way stronger. But if he's sad, we see 18, 22-year-old kids, like young kids who should be bounced off the wall, can't do the basics. That's when I'm like, Jesus Christ. That's what I'm saying. That's the problem we have nowadays.
Sorry, we got a little bit off track. I think we were kind of just lagging with the last topic. But here's how I think that American society is enslaving its people. You go to college. You fund the biggest source of GDP growth that we produce, debt. You get engaged, married, spend conservatively, and correct me if I'm wrong here, spend $10,000 on the ring, $40,000 on the wedding, $500,000 on a house. Become enslaved for a bare minimum of 30 years for that mortgage. Tethered to your job. It's the only lifeline that gives you a prayer at paying off your lifetime of debt. Retire, die a few years after because you're free, but you didn't prioritize your mental and physical health. So, do you think I'm wrong in any of that?
Which question is this? I thought we were talking about college as a scam.
He's saying how America keeps us in like a hamster wheel basically.
How we're like debted.
Like the introduction to debt is college. Like they're like, here, if you want to get a good job, you need to go to college. Yeah. And then like they put you behind the eight ball.
Said it's called a life debt for a reason.
Yeah, like right out of high school. You go into 6 figures of debt, it's horrible. How can you expect to get ahead in life that way?
I don't say that's an old way of thinking it was. I think people are waking up to the fact that it's not what it's cracked, what they said it is, not what it's cracked up to be. And you definitely do see a change in how people are thinking.
I'd like to see us be the generation that breaks free from this.
Our generation is 30.
I mean,
we're already past that point.
We gotta have no choice.
You're talking about like the generation after.
Sure, I want to see somebody fucking break free from this shit.
I mean, we are kind of breaking it because we kind of have no choice because it's not designed how it used to be. You know what I mean?
So I want to see, and not just college, because I think college is a scam, right?
Super. No, I don't think college was always a scam until the last 20 years, we started adding in these BS majors.
Degrees were also more valuable.
Yeah, degrees actually meant something, and they didn't fill in with all these stupid.
But I think when I look at my parents, like my mom had a bachelor's in nursing, my dad had a bachelor's in engineering or something like that. They chose.
Said, I'd say it's combination of pushing higher education as the only option to succeed, and corporate interests basically ruining all the things we need to survive and de-stress.
I like that answer.
So I don't think college is the only component of this big master plan. I mean, $10K on an engagement ring. I think that's.
I mean, are these?
If you're wrong.
Yeah,
that's not the average.
I was gonna ask these numbers that you're throwing out there. Are these just your random numbers? Because it's like.
Would you have the numbers? What are the numbers?
Generally, it's like 3,000 is average, like around that.
Okay,
which is still pretty.
But it's just like everything in general just went through the roof over the years. So it's like.
Toya.
Yeah.
Have
you put any thought into who will get the ring?
That's a good question. That's a good one.
Well, I mean, we both said we'll propose to each other because I just know I'm not getting on any knees. I'm not bending down or anything like that because I don't want to.
So,
does she feel the same, or would she get on the knee for you?
I mean, she could propose without having to do that.
I kind of agree. I don't want to get that.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. And when we say all right, well, who's going to walk down the aisle first and all this, it's just not going to be me. That's just because I'm just you can walk down first, but
what do you think is like a reasonable amount for you to spend on a ring for her and her to spend on a ring for you?
I mean, I don't know. As long as it's I'm trying to say here, like, not definitely has to be like what I want. Like,
Yeah.
has to be nice.
So it's money then, probably.
Huh?
Does $3,000 buy what you want?
It should. I don't see why. I don't see why it wouldn't.
Like, you want 1 cat, 2 cats.
I never really put. I didn't
Said, it's tradition for 10% of your yearly salary for the engagement ring, 30K in a
Yeah,
ring.
that's
Let's
what.
not talk about how much money it is just to die. It's insane. Learn a trade, kids.
Just to die.
Yo, Tiny, I don't want to hear another word from you until you tell me who the fuck you are.
You're very educated.
Yeah. You probably have to call it.
I'm pretty sure that it is not traditional 10%.
I think that's what it. I think that's what it is. That's the guidelines, right? The traditional. Yeah, something like that.
But that's not a real thing. That was made up by
The beer.
by the beer. So a company made that.
Yeah.
Back in the day, our great grandparents just gave each other a gold band at best. That was it. The whole diamond thing. That was something that they told the kids in like 1900s.
So
yeah, basically, yeah.
I'm fine with getting an engagement ring for my fiance. I want something in return though. I want an engagement chain, yo. Like, I want like a Jesus piece.
They gotta be spinning.
How much is that? Is that like $20?
They're gonna spend 25% of our annual salary on my chain.
You want a Cuban?
No 2 times college dropout. I'm here cause of Eric.
Oh shit!
Who's Eric?
It's your boy.
Oh, hey, I don't know what that is. Hey,
What's up,
hey, Tony, how are you?
I think 40,000 on a wedding doesn't sound outrageous. I mean, to me, it's more than I would spend, but
yeah, that's a lot. I mean, it just depends because my sister's wedding was way below that.
okay.
So how'd she do it? I mean, no, we did it. I don't know. Are you from Philly?
Yeah.
So she the wedding was at the what's that? Mashulu.
That
And
had to be expensive.
no, I think it was about like maybe 10K. So yeah, it was small. Like, so you limit it, right? It was small. It was under about 80 people. It was a lot of things we did like on our own, like the bouquets and all of that stuff. There's a lot of things that we just DIY, and like
$300 on a dinner for 2 of them.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It costs like $25 a party.
It does, but it's doable. You can have a nice wedding without, going over.
They did a study, and there's an inverse correlation between the cost of wedding and the duration of the marriage. So everybody out there who's thinking of funding a marriage or funding a wedding, think about that.
Your life.
You can actually be statistically more likely to have a lasting marriage if you spend less money. Make with what you will with that stuff.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, they get married, it sounds good, and then the bills come in.
Right, I was gonna say, you like, damn, we're already down 40K together. Like,
you already got
like
a
how
wife.
you just said,
They
there's a study. What's the study?
Yo, find it. You got a laptop. I don't know. Type in inverse correlation between cost of wedding to duration.
I mean, I don't deny it. Just at least cite your sources.
My pastor George told me about it. And are you guys all in favor of a prenup and a postnup? I feel like it's a very stigmatized practice. It's not romantic, but I think it could save. I mean, it could save you from being 8 times as likely to kill yourself if you're a man.
I think now in our age group, like I'm 38 now, I'm kind of in my career, and like I'm not far from rich, I'm not rich, I'm far from poor, but I definitely do got a lot of work for it. I definitely would need a prenup because I'm not gonna let no woman come in and take half of my pension.
Yeah.
Like say like 4 or 5 years and it don't work out now, and somehow you get entitled to stuff that you didn't even work for. Now,
Do you think?
And then I'm out in cold trying to figure it out later on. No.
Do you think Jeff Bezos is a little bitch for letting his wife take half?
Honestly, Jeff Bezos made that money back so many times over again. So it seemed like a lot of money to us, but to him, he probably like, whatever. And Jeff made that money back over again.
I was like, damn, she's lucky. Like, sheesh.
Yeah, Jeff.
Is there any part of you that like what's the word? Like looks down on her for being richer than all of us will ever be for like fucking divorcing a man?
I don't care.
No.
You think she deserves it?
What if they had their reasons?
Do you think she deserves it?
I mean, sure. I mean, how did she help him? Didn't she?
I'm sure
You know, so
supported him.
yeah, so
But,
it's-
yeah, but let's be real. Like, say hypothetically she got $1 billion. I think someone posted that. Right?
I think it was more than
It was
that.
something like that. I mean, I'm pretty sure at first when you got started, yeah, she was helping out, but after a while, let's be real. I don't
That
think
shit runs itself. Like,
yeah, after a
Amazon,
while, I mean,
like,
I'm pretty sure when you first got started, she was
And
definitely
he's
helping.
not doing anything either. It runs itself.
but does he deserve his fortune?
She ain't lucky she
Then I
don't
guess
have
not,
that
if it's
company
running
legit.
itself.
She's a real one. She
They
created the
both
site.
created it.
there you go, Tiny.
She coded the site.
See?
Like 20 hours. And I think $1 billion is fair enough compensation for anybody for any kind of work. Let's be real about it.
I'm not a fan of, the way that divorce court is set up. It, kind of disproportionately takes wealth from men and redistributes it to women. But, maybe I'm alone on an island there. Do you think that? See, this is a question that I'd love to ask a straight woman, but I guess I'll ask you, Toya. Do you want a woman on a mission, or would you rather a woman who makes you their top priority?
What does that mean?
So
Like,
let's say like
I get what you're saying.
The less money you have going in, the more you need a prenup.
the less money you have going in, the more you need a prenup. Interesting. I think you need a prenup. It's a non-negotiable. I would not marry somebody who was willing to put me in such a vulnerable
I think
position.
what he's saying is when you have less money, you need it more.
Yeah,
So
'cause-
that's why you need a prenup more.
Yeah, because you have less. I mean, yeah, I think you need a prenup regardless. In today's climate, with the divorce rate being a majority of marriages ending in divorce, you absolutely should have a prenup, even if you're the poorest peasants on earth. If you're Jeff Bezos, like Bill Gates got divorced, Jeff Bezos got divorced. I could go through a list of
Yeah,
all
but see, guys like them, they got the money to get divorced. Like, we talk about divorce, it hurts the average guy. Like, hypothetically, if I were to get married,
Sure,
it would
yeah,
destroy me. Like, Jeff Bezos, see,
Like,
How
you
do
gotta
you-
be married to
One thing I
someone
will say
else.
this-
How do you know that though?
yeah, so guys like them, we can't compare them. Like,
But it'd be
their money is-
proportionate. They're not going to like you hypothetically get divorced and all of your maybe half, but like you're like it's going to destroy you. And it's like, how do you even know that? Like
What's
for
my-
the
what's the-
average, normal,
they go to the average
middle class
they go to
person.
the average person, you talk like a Jeff Bezos person.
Because
If they
I think men, you look at like these rich people and you're like, oh, this is going to happen. This is going to happen to me. And it's like, you don't have any money. You know, it's like, you're going to be okay.
Let's be real about it with most men, most public divorces, right?
Uh-huh.
The man gets screwed. Now, we're not going to sit here and act like, oh, men don't get hurt in divorce. No, we've all seen our fathers, brothers. We all have seen it in our family that a man had went through the ringer, lost the house, lost the kids, paying alimony, and he got to go live at his mama's house or he couch surfing. But she's still in the house though.
I don't think anyone in my family's actually been divorced.
Well, look, now that's cool. Let's be real. Now that's your family.
Yeah, I know.
There's
but you're
millions of
saying
families.
we all have someone in our family.
Well, somehow your family never get to work graduation.
I agree. Like
Yeah.
on average, yeah.
Wait, don't you have a half brother?
Oh yeah, my mom did. I
That
was before I was
You act like you're the perfect family. Don't get
That's-
it.
That's because that was before I was born.
Every family had divorce.
He also is like estranged. So.
And we all see how divorce goes.
But Toya, back to
Mhm.
my question: would you rather a partner on a mission?
Like
Yeah.
she's like,
She's got,
pursuing
like, a
her
passion,
goals
maybe
and
it's,
Said her
yeah,
career.
maybe-
Says that she focuses on her. I get what you're saying. Like
yeah, like her
manage-
goals and career. Why you
Yeah.
gotta keep saying it's a man,
Nah,
woman,
I-
woman?
I
This is-
said partner. I said
No,
partner.
him.
Nah, I get what you're saying.
But cool, because I have this question initially phrased.
Hustle said, let's put this in perspective. When I got married, I made about 27K. I've been happily married for 9 years. I make about 37 now. I get divorced now. My income goes down to 20K at best.
Okay.
Thanks for that.
I do have this question phrased with the intent of being asked to heterosexual women because that's who I'm interested in understanding, for obvious reasons. But do you want a woman on a mission? Let's say she wants to be the number one. I don't know. What does your partner do right now?
She's in carpentry.
What does she wants to be like the best carpenter since Jesus, or would you rather she wants to be the best partner to you?
I mean, there's like, I would want her to explore her passions in her career. So like, if that's what she wants to prioritize first, then
you'd rather her be on a mission, right?
I wouldn't say rather. I think there's like you can make time for both. But for the sake of your question, then yeah, I would rather she pursue what her career and passions are.
Yeah. What about you, Trini?
I want to be selfish. I would probably rather them be on a mission if that's what they want to do.
Yeah, like I think it would be a little bit creepy to be somebody's top priority. Does that sound weird?
Yeah, it's definitely.
I mean, like
when someone focuses in on you, it's definitely weird.
Like you're like sleeping and you like wake up and she's like, "You're so beautiful when you sleep," like you or like something like that. Like,
I think what you were saying in your question is you were saying like, all right, like do you, like all right, I feel like there's someone who want a man to make money, right? But if he gotta make money, he gotta work a lot. So he gonna be home, he gonna be around dates and stuff like that. He making money. Or do you want a man who's gonna be around he gonna be doting on you and taking you on dates and all that stuff, but he's not at work and making money. So I think that right there.
I feel like I wouldn't want either.
You wouldn't want a person on a mission?
You guys just
never see me? No.
It's gotta be a balance.
That's the question.
It's gotta be a balance.
Compartmentalize
Exactly.
mission.
Like,
It's
I don't
not their-
want-
it's not all consumed.
Like for example, I don't want a woman that's so focused in her career where she don't see me. Or I don't want a woman that's so focused on me where I'm like her only attention. She has nothing else. Like I want her to have a mix of both.
Because then I can't do anything.
Exactly. And that's what both parties is. It's gotta be a good mix. You got your work and your hobbies and your stuff, and we come together later on.
Yeah.
I think that's a good one. Yeah.
Is chivalry alive and well? Journey.
I guess. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, I think people are still chivalrous.
Are you still chivalrous?
Yeah, I think so.
You think so?
I don't know what you're getting at here.
All right. Are you chivalrous? I guess, right? And I guess you're speaking in relationship ways, right?
I don't. I
thought in general, but either way.
You know, relationship wise, or like just like life wise.
And what would be an example of chivalry?
Holding the door.
Okay. Well, maybe I'm fucked up, but like I have like an internal counter. Like I don't remember every person who never thanked me or anything, but like if you don't thank me for holding the door, man or woman, I fucking know, and like I don't like.
Why do you care? Like I literally hold the door and
they could say thank you though. That's
fine. I just really don't care. Like,
I've never had the door held open for me where I did not thank you. You know what I mean? Like
that's fine.
Thank you. That's all you need. Yeah. So that
it takes zero effort to say thank you.
Then we talk about
it takes nearly zero effort to hold the door.
Then we talk about chivalry for like men, women, or what kind of chivalry we talking about here? Are we talking about like chivalry like men dealing with women, or chivalry just a wife?
I guess
or like the 1600s chivalry where
milady, get on the seat.
Like the chivalrous code that it originally was.
What is the original chivalrous code?
A lot of it like had to do with their like army
Yeah, like the knights, where like
Like you don't stab a guy when he's on the ground.
Yeah,
Shit like that.
that's how it
Like
was.
that.
Yeah, it was like
There was
Nah, fuck that.
Yeah, like I ain't gonna sucker punch you.
Nah, fuck that. If you're my enemy on the battlefield, I don't give a fuck. If you expose your back to me, I'm fucking stabbing you in it. Like you're my enemy. I don't have chivalry.
But I think the chivalry you probably talking about is like as Dave Chappelle said, chivalry is dead and women killed it. I mean that's chivalry talking about right there. How is that what we're talking about right there?
Yeah. Do you think that is true?
That's definitely gone because I remember like I said back in the day you could hold the door before a lady. Oh, thank you. Now you hold the door for some lady. She look at you like, what the hell's wrong with you? Or like, why you holding the door for me?
Never gotten a look.
I done had why you hold the door for me? I'm like, I'm holding the door. So yes, that's something not all the time, but that's something that you've never heard before, or just based stuff you like carry a lady's bag, whatever. Why you gotta do that myself? So that definitely has changed over the years. Or giving a compliment out, stuff like that. I mean, things you could do, you can't do no more. Like just the basics. That definitely has changed, I would say, over the years.
All the things that we're talking about right now is an act that a man does, right? What is like a woman's equivalence of chivalry?
I don't know. Like, is it the?
We all told we got to do all the time.
Yeah. Do women have any expectation to act in any type of way? Like, I
sex after a few dates, apparently.
That's not like societally ingrained in us. That's like my preference.
I think a lot of guys would say like there is an expectation point of when otherwise you're like not dating anymore.
That's absolutely true.
All right. Because
I mean, I guess you guys date women. Like, what do you?
I think little shitty ladies used to like bring guys some food by his house. Yeah, I made you something. Well, all right. I guess that was how ladies used to do it back in the day. You know what I mean, for sugar, I can think of or something like I saw something, I picked it up for you, but I can't think of nothing like. No, we hold the door. We may do stuff like I can't. I never. That's a good question.
All right, because I think societally, when you have a daughter, it is the mother and the father's like responsibility to ingrain in this daughter. Oh, this is how you need to be treated by men. Like if you have self-respect, you need to be treated this way and treated that way by men. But we never teach our daughters.
We teach them that.
For sure.
You have to be treated this way.
Yeah, like this is how a lady is treated by men. Like that is taught to little girls at a young age. But we never teach our young girls. This is how you ought to treat men. Like this is how you treat men.
I disagree.
What?
That's something that's not taught, really.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a man, so I don't know. But can you enlighten me?
I mean, like the same things. Like you're like, aren't you like taught like, or told like, okay, this is what's going to make you a good wife, right? Like you cook and you're going to clean and you have kids, you be a good wife, you don't whatever that means. So that's things that definitely have been told to younger girls, and when you get older, like this is what's going to make you a good woman, this is what's going to make you a good partner, this is what's going to make you a good wife. So that's the same thing.
Okay.
I don't necessarily think that nowadays, because if that was the case, you would see more marriages.
There's a lot of reasons why there's not a lot of marriages then.
Here's what I think. I think as a man, we're told you have to go pursue the woman, etc., etc., etc. The woman a lot of times told just show up, and that's all you really have to do. And if he expects anything, he's asking for too much of it anymore. You see what I'm saying? Like, so it's like a man. We're always told what we have to do. Women are told what they should expect, and so it becomes extremely like one-sided. A lot of women, you ask them, "What do you do?" And they're like, "I don't cook, I don't clean, I don't do X, Y, and Z." It was like, well. But he's expected to still go out and work, and maintain, and pay bills, and do everything else. So it's like a lot of women weren't taught. And I say a lot of women weren't taught to be wives because let's be real, a lot of our families been through divorces or prior to some single or just single parents in general. So a lot of people would never saw a home of two functioning adults working together. So a lot of people don't know husbands or wives nowadays, and we see it in just how things go now, just where we are in public society right now.
All right, so this is another one of those hypothetical. The afterlife exists in this hypothetical, right? Like you're in heaven or wherever,
Not meant for me.
wherever you go. But the afterlife exists, all right? And you're like looking down on your loved ones. You're watching them, Puff Daddy style, every step they take, every breath they take. You find true love, but then you fucking croak, and you make it to the afterlife. How long after your death is it okay for your spouse to wait until they have coitus with another? Nasty. How long does she have to like remain chaste after you're dead?
I mean, I'm dead, so I'm gonna go get some heaven or hell pussy. So I don't really want to care. Like, well, I'm gonna say you better wait for me. I'm not coming back. So
What do you think's better, heaven pussy or hell pussy?
I think hell pussy. Right? Let's be real. Heaven pussy.
Until like she like comes fire ants or like something. Oh, this is the worst orgasm of my life. It fucking burns.
It all burns.
Wait, so you're saying like after your funeral she dries the tears out of her eyes and then she goes hops on another penis?
It sounds a prerogative. Yeah, I mean, what am I going to do with Satan's game? How about the cash to beat her up or something? What am I going to do?
All right.
I can't tell people dead.
Cherney, how long do you expect the love of your life to grieve your loss?
I don't expect anything.
You don't expect anything, so it's okay. She takes a handkerchief, she dries her tears, and then some other young stud just pulls out his penis and starts plowing her.
What am I gonna
At the funeral?
At the funeral?
What am I gonna do?
Damn. That's crazy.
She throws the dirt on your casket. She makes a really public display of grief and sadness, but then she goes back to the house and Tarzan goes and beats her back.
Damn.
I'm not really going to care. Like, you're dead.
Yeah,
What you
You
gonna
feel
do?
the same?
You gonna be mad about it?
Toya, give me some reason. You give me some reason.
Yes.
How long must they wait?
I mean, I wouldn't. Doesn't matter. Like, doesn't matter. I mean,
Wait, the reason. All right, so how long is she gonna wait?
Yeah, how long?
I
Yeah.
say like fucking 6 months.
6
I
months.
I was gonna say like seriously, like I mean, it's both sides. It's like, all right, does it really matter? I'm gonna be up here like, you
Well,
know,
the question
damn.
is, all right,
But-
so they married for a while. And
Yeah, like the love of my life. I'm hoping that we have like a, I don't know, 40, 50 year marriage. You know,
Oh, why that?
death
40,
doesn't
50
fuck.
years. Who want to fuck that anyway? Let's be real about it.
Oh my god.
Yo,
That's
they,
old.
in the nursing home, they be fucking in this.
We only married for 50 years. I met her at 20. She's 70. Come on now, man.
I mean, like seriously, I would at least say like 6 months. I'm like, damn, you could like,
Yeah,
I mean,
like proper
shit.
grieve me, get some closure.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I guess,
Watch
yeah, probably.
right? I mean, I wouldn't. It's unrealistic to like be like, oh, they're never gonna move
Yeah,
on.
no, they can
But
move
you know,
on.
like
I want
at least
them-
have my picture up. You know what I mean, say this was
Yeah.
something. Like, damn, I'm just like I'm dead, and you just like,
Give it like a month or two. All right.
The picture will still be up.
yeah, just at least have. It's just at least have my picture up.
We all got needs now.
If I'm supposed to spend 3 months on an engagement ring, you gotta wait 3 months to fuck after I'm dead.
How do you verify that when you're dead? So you want to put it.
Because I'm up in heaven judging her. Like I'm up in heaven, I'm like,
So like she going to hell if she doesn't.
it's like I can't believe this shit.
I'm sure she can.
She's not gonna care.
All right, I got out here a little bit in front of everybody. I got some advice. I want you guys to
Oh, that's
give your input in, right? So I'll start it off and I'll send it to you, Cherney. There's your pile. But I want to know what you guys think. So this guy, he's been having a gut feeling for a while, possibly that she's having an affair. I did some prying on her phone and looked up some of her messages. I found nothing suspicious, except she had an Amazon order history. The condoms date back to a couple months ago. This is solely her account. So she made all these purchases. I don't use condoms with her. Am I the only one thinking and saying that this is a huge red flag? Don't know where to go from here, but I'll be looking out for more things. Her demeanor and her being less interested with me led to me believing that something's off. And oops, sorry. And here's her cart. She's got, dog food, Brillo pads, 36 condoms. So she's not just like having a little bit of sex.
Hey, dog food, Brillo pad.
No, I don't think this is just like a normal shopping list.
Do they have a dog?
Pet tartar, plaque control or whatever, Clorox disinfecting wipes, and then some perfume.
Okay, so.
And
What's the question again?
Like, what do you think? Like, is it irrefutable evidence that
does she use them with him or
no? He
said no.
He said they do not use condoms.
What the hell are those for, Ray?
Yeah, I mean, that's a little suspicious. Like, what the hell's going on with this?
Are you blowing them up? Like, what are you using condoms for if not with your partner?
Next question.
All right, so she's trifling.
Next question.
Potentially, we
Next question.
got to get to the bottom of that.
All right,
Maybe it's for a friend.
This is a 20-year-old female. She wants to have sex with her ex-coworker, 38 male. I never
Too old,
really
no.
feel too old of a.
Say
No.
26 and 38. What?
You said 20.
Question: why is that too old?
She's 20?
26.
26?
She's 20.
20. 20 and 38. That's no. He's old.
If you go to the military, 18, you do what you want to do.
He's old. I didn't say.
The government can give you a gun and make you go to war.
That's weird. That's
The
old.
government can give you $100,000, probably like a $200,000 loan to go get some.
Yeah, exactly.
obsolete
You
education.
18 years old. You go
The government can fuck you, so can fucking.
That's old. He's weird. That's a weird. That's a art. That's a yeah.
But she's the one who wants this, not.
I know. I'm still saying it's still the age gap is still.
All right. Well, let me finish it though. I never really feel sexual attraction to anyone, so he's maybe a little bit special. I've had one long-term boyfriend in the past. Other than him, I don't know. Other than him, I never wanted.
Parcel said not to sex in a side IU if you're trying to date.
What?
Well, let's. He asked, are they trying to date?
Okay.
Right.
Well, we haven't gone through
Yeah,
it.
Okay.
Problem.
I don't know what to do with them. I thought the urge was going to go away, but it just gets stronger over the months. The problems are, I didn't talk with him a lot because we were both very quiet. So I don't know what he could possibly think of this or if he finds me attractive. Just a few chats. We seem to have similar views on things. The age gap, obviously, so she acknowledges it. We live in a small town. I know his family knows me, everybody knows everybody, and everyone here loves to gossip. It may boost my advantages that I know. I just said small town for a fact that he have not had a girl in at least 4 years. I still don't know if he would find me attractive at all. Not want a relationship.
She just want to smash. She just want to smash.
I want something casual, which is very weird for me, and I want it to be a secret. I think he would want to keep it to ourselves too. Questions: how do people initiate casual sex? How to deal if he rejects me? What to do if he comes over? I mean, I can't jump on him at the door even if I want to. Have you had an experience like this? How would you react in this situation? If you say I should let the idea go, how do I deal with the feelings? So, Nasty, what do you say?
I highly doubt a 30-year-old man's going to tell a little pretty little 20 or 18-year-old girl, oh no, and I think that's cool.
I mean,
they both of age. I don't see a problem.
What? So you say she should go for it? Do you think she should just jump on him at the door? Like I think it could help her chances.
I want to be opposed to one who told me at the door. I want to be opposed to.
Journey, what's your advice?
I mean, I think she should. I don't think jumping off him at the door is what you need to do. I think if you want to discuss that with him, you should do that.
Sorry to interrupt you. You can keep going.
I don't even know. I would just say talk it out with him. you feel like you want to do this. But if you want to like, I don't know how you would suppress the urges other than like finding someone else to like put that towards. If you like, I don't know what else to say.
Okay. And Toya, you've already made yourself clear. It's too old of an age gap.
And the age gap is, but if she just wants to,
She just wants to get her rocks off.
she just wants to get her little rocks off, then I guess. But just say it, just like, hey, I'm like, I just want to fuck you one time, and that's it. It's like, I mean, if he says no, yeah, if he says no, he's not the only man left in the world, so she will be all right.
She's not gonna go and say that. She's not gonna. He's gonna have to shake that one. But
I mean, well, how is he supposed to? But if that's what she wants, she has to go for it. And if he says no, then he's not the only man in the world.
I mean,
Yeah, that's a good point.
do guys really care about this fucking pigs? Hey, so that's what this is titled. Hey, so I'm in the dating stages with this guy who I really, really like, and I know we are going to be intimate eventually, but I can't help but think he won't find me attractive naked because I lost 80 pounds and I have back fat and a stomach and of course some loose skin. My question is, do guys really care about that? It makes me a little nervous, even though he's such a sweet guy.
I mean, some guys do.
Yes.
It just depends on the
Yes.
guy.
I was gonna say yes.
Yes, that is.
The comments are like, if he cares, he's a pussy.
I'm a pussy then.
Confidence is key. He
I
will be
mean-
too excited to take note if he's a good guy.
Yeah, that's
You'll
called
be
shaming.
okay.
That's called shaming right there. Let's be real about it.
Yeah.
Let's put that question around for women. Okay, you had a man that lost 80 pounds, his guts hanging, and he got married. An attractive lady, so we can get both. Yeah, so ladies.
Isn't that right?
So yeah, I mean, congratulations. I'm not gonna knock you, but the physicality of it. Let's be real.
I mean, that just makes.
Yeah, like
That
I don't
doesn't,
think
like-
there's anything wrong with him
that doesn't,
not
like-
wanting that.
Yeah, like now it.
If you're working on that already, you can still continue doing that.
I mean, there's like, but like when you lose weight, some people like,
Yeah.
with the, like she said, like with her loose skin and stuff like that, it's going to be some guys that's going to like it, and guys that's not. If he's not liking it, then it's just, again, he's not the only man left in the world. She'll be okay, and that doesn't mean he's like a bad guy. Now it does, like if he's like, oh my gosh, if he's like talking negative about her body and shit like that, then that's not cool. But he can just like I'm just not attracted to her. You can say it politely. You can put her down
Yo, that would
easily
be like,
about it.
that would be like more insulting though. If he was like,
No
thanks, but no thanks.
Like,
But that situation was like, how could you even put that down? I mean, like, how would you? I mean, even I can't be nice about it. You gotta just pull the Band-Aid off of that.
you could just
You don't want to.
you could if she wants to like get specific, she could just say, I'm just not attracted to you. I'm not physically, sexually attracted to you, and you keep it, real general like that. Like if she wants it, like, well, what about me then? Right. But he doesn't have to be mean about it.
If they've been dating, how long were they dating?
I don't think they were.
Is that
Were
what
they
it is?
dating?
They haven't had sex yet, so not.
Yeah,
It's a
so
new
that's-
relationship.
Next
Alright.
question.
Cherney, you're up. Why don't you like flip through there and find a short one? Are there any short ones? That looks a lot shorter. That looks short too.
Okay. Did my boyfriend recommend a guy purchase a sex slave?
Huh?
I'm a 19-year-old female, and the guy I'm with is 21. I think we get along for the most part, but he's weird around his male friends. Recently, I found his phone after he was desperately trying to hide his interactions with them from me. He was suggesting one of his older friends, I think he's like 27, see a prostitute.
Whoa.
Apparently, this guy can't get dates, and he asked, how do I know she won't be trafficked? Boyfriend said, yeah, she most likely is being trafficked, but it's not your problem if she is. What the fuck? This is somewhat worrying to me because he suggested this. Now I'm wondering if I should confront him. I told my father this, and he's begging me to leave my boyfriend.
This is a weird ass question.
Yeah, what?
That's a weird one.
Why it says not your problem, dude?
I don't even know what to say to that. That's just weird.
That's a big red flag. What?
So you say leave that.
That's
fucking thing.
ridiculous.
All right, we're all in agreement.
Yeah, and that's a weird one.
Okay.
Financial advice for a 20-year-old girl. So my parents were never good at financial things. Always living paycheck to paycheck. I'm currently living with my boyfriend in a wait, didn't we do this one last time?
We might have.
Currently living with my boyfriend in a trailer he bought on a plot of land he bought because he got $30,000 from a settlement for a work accident. But as of right now, he's blown all his money and we are broke. I have a job at the local Piggly Wiggly grocery store.
Oh, yeah. This just sounds bad right here.
In the deli. It's exhausting labor for $9 an hour.
Jesus Christ.
Luckily, how old? Like, was
She's
this
at 20
10 years
or
ago?
19.
Man,
Luckily,
this just sounds bad.
Luckily, I don't have to pay for rent or mortgage. That is lucky. Because we own the trailer we live in. But I do have to pay bills and groceries and other necessities. But I'm only making about $300 a week. I don't have.
Damn.
Made?
Yeah, right. I don't have to pay bills. All right, sorry. I don't have a bank account or anything like that, and I live in a small bumfuck town in Alabama.
She get a check?
So my job options are pretty limited. My boyfriend doesn't work and always calls me a nagging bitch for telling him he needs to get a job.
Oh wait.
Do.
And the boyfriend doesn't have a job?
He took a $30,000 settlement from a work accident and then doesn't have a job.
Oh wow. So was she asking?
That's like trail trash right there. You don't work.
Well, she was asking him to get a job.
So what's the question she has?
Right. What's the question?
She doesn't know what to do, like how to like better their finances, I guess.
I mean, they should have look. Next question.
I mean,
she ain't in a trailer.
They're young though. I mean, so she just got maybe I to get out. They don't got no better jobs in that small town. But yeah, that's two broke people can't be living together like that. So somebody has to do something.
Do you have another short one? What's that?
Any advice helps. Okay, so I suck at writing things like this, so I'm just gonna do stream of consciousness by LOL. So I'm 19-year-old female, and I just found out I'm 9 weeks pregnant. It's super unexpected, and it was a shock because I had been tested twice prior to getting my next one on. So I didn't even think it was a possibility. Anywho, I do know who the dad is, and I'm currently not in contact with him as it was a short fling that ended in us blocking each other. Although
so this just sounds like two young broke people having a kid. Okay, so basically, it sounds like she's gonna be a single mom right there.
Although we didn't,
She already don't have contact with him, so it seems very likely. All right, Danny's like, shut the hell up so I can finish. No. I want to hear the rest.
Although we didn't end on bad terms, in my opinion, because he was open about not wanting casual sex anymore, and then just blocked me, which I feel is more of a courtesy than other guys have given me. I don't have his phone number, and I'm blocked, which I said.
So what is she looking for? I mean,
let me try and find out. But I do have people who are able to contact him for me. Okay. I am not planning on aborting because I really can't afford that. So I can afford the kid. So I plan on hopefully adopting out. Okay, adopting.
Let's go with something
I
else
just
right
really don't know if I should get someone to reach out for me or if I should reach out at all. Really, really need advice. Thank you.
I mean,
honestly,
if she's
this just sounds bad. I mean, let's be honest. We don't answer. That just sounds bad. Right? Let's talk about something else.
If
went
she,
to the
Where
bathroom.
the host disappeared.
The host-
if she, I
host
mean,
walked out because he knew how bad that was.
if she's already decided that like adoption is her best bet, then what does she need to contact him for?
They're not talking.
I mean, does she want to give him a?
He could be a father.
Okay.
Um,
Obviously, he don't want her no more, and they don't.
Yeah, it doesn't really seem like he cares. So if she wants to, I mean,
You got any more topics for us? These
Yeah.
bad young girl questions sound like they sound just like.
Nick, you got some. Do you got a short one there?
One thing I thought about nowadays, we see and like what's old is new. What's old is new. And I think classism is definitely, it's always been around, but I know it's over the last few years, classism is definitely reared its head even more than it has back in the day. And I'm curious, have we all noticed that?
Yeah, I think the middle class is.
Because I'm saying like racism is obviously still there, but now you see it like it's affecting everyone now. Like how like black people, white people, how we all in the same boat. Like this, and I'm sure you see like different levels now. And I'm just curious, like, what's your thoughts on that? How have we dealt with it, or has it affected you, or etc.?
I mean, I
Because like you have like the new version, like the serfs, like the few. You had a new version of the few. So it's like the poor people, like the serfs, people who have okay jobs, like the knights, whatever. People who may own a little bit of property, okay. They like the lords and the vassals. Then you got like the titans of industry. They be like the Jeff Bezos of the world and stuff like that. So I would say it was different. It was like it's a new version of it. So I don't know how you feel about that.
I think there's the haves and the have-nots, and I'm not going to be able to change the system as a have-not, so I'm just, working my ass off trying to become a have, you know what I mean? Journey, what do you think?
So what is it we're talking about?
Like the deterioration of the middle class and how, we're kind of all just hamsters on a wheel for these, powerful.
I mean,
elites.
we can only control what we can control, so we kind of just do what we can. It's not it sucks that the middle class is pretty much dead now, but.
But the question is, like, what is the middle class nowadays, and what's below that? Like, how do we even reclass all this nowadays? Like, what are we? That's why I
don't know. I guess what the Bureau of Statistics says.
Yeah.
I got another one that I thought about.
Go for it.
As we get older, how do we feel about like friends and family? Because knowing you was younger, you was like, oh, like your family and friends was the greatest. And as you get older, you kind of learn the truth about a lot of things, and does it change how you view people and your certain? I'm just curious. I know it's over the years, a lot of friends and family that I used to really bang with, and now as I get older, you learn the truth about them, you see how they are, and then you just kind of just, all right, I got to pull back, and you kind of find yourself becoming a little more, kind of like isolated a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's like a sad reality of growing up is like you grow apart from your friends, you know what I mean? And you outgrow some of them, you maybe start to have unaligned, visions of a future, you start to have different priorities, and being buddy becomes less important than,
people get married, get different jobs.
Yeah, definitely. I know. So I'm sure we all know as our friends get married, you don't see them as much as you used to. We don't talk as much as you used to.
So this question is designed for, once again, like, heterosexual women would.
Why does everything gotta be genderized? Like,
well,
why do you have questions for just like in general?
Well, what do you like? I'm open to.
Well, it makes it interesting. No, but what's the question? I'm curious. What's the question?
Well, I want to know whether most women would rather be the king's mistress or the peasant's wife. Ooh. And we can, like, I guess, turn that to Toya. And Toya, would you rather be the queen's mistress or the peasant woman's wife?
Oh man, that's tough.
So, like, I'm talking this queen rules rules her domain with an iron fist and a staff.
Oh, I thought you were talking about money wise.
Well, yeah, no. Like it is money. It's everything, though. Like she's got a vast network.
Basically,
She's Mackenzie Bezos, but like
she's a female version of Genghis Khan.
Yeah, she's Genghis Khan.
Yeah, Genghis Khan.
And
she's the king, she's the queen, and she runs.
Or would you rather her like she's like shoveling pig slop in like a trough, but she's like loyal to you. She's devoted to you.
Loves
like you. She only has eyes for you.
And
are everything.
And the other way around, it doesn't. It's like I'm not nothing to her.
The side piece.
Oh
no, you're not like the queen.
The
queen has a soft spot for you. She's not gonna like treat you like shit. She's not gonna miss you.
Well, what do you like?
But like 1 night a week. You can see 1 night a week.
Maybe on like Friday night and like
I don't know. That's a tough one. Oh, I'm not the only one. Oh, that's tough. I don't know. That's tough. I'm sharing. I mean, it's for like different reasons, right? You'd be like, oh yeah, I want to be with the queen and other than the peasant, but for all the other like for the love stuff and all that, I guess the peasant wife or whatever.
What about the guys here? Trini, would you rather be the queen's? I don't know what.
I'm not trying to wreck a home.
Consort. What a consort?
Is that what is it? A consort?
I guess so. Yeah.
Would you rather be the queen's consort, or would you rather have like a broke bitch?
I'll take the broke chick for $200.
$200.
Oh, you know, the Jeopardy reference.
Oh, hours.
Hours. Yeah, I'm not in. But it's But you do see that though. Let's be real. Like Future, for example, you see with a lot of the rappers and ball players. You'll see one ball player. He got like 8, 9 baby mamas. You know what I mean, so it's like, so you that's that or rapper. You do see that.
I think most women would rather be the king's mistress than the peasant's wife. If we're truly talking about like peasant status, we're getting into this class conversation that we're talking about. It's absurd.
So you're talking up mistress though, like it's not even as bad as what you said.
The mistress might have her own quarters.
Yeah, so you're like making it sound better now.
So now the new peasant would be just the average guy making like 70, 60 grand a year.
Nah. We're talking about the peasant.
But we're talking about the new age though. Now.
In this hypothetical, this peasant's making like
$9
20 grand a year. He's
no one can afford spot off of that. No, but I'm talking about nowadays. The new peasant will be someone who has a career that's working. Then you got like the rapper, athlete, ball, and drug. So now I said, way to phrase that new question. That would be: would a woman be loyal to a guy? Is she cool with being the side piece of a rapper, a drug dealer, athlete, or is she cool being the wife of a man who works a regular career? Is she cool with that? Mm-hmm. So she cool with being like baby mom 8, 9, or 10, or she cool with being with that one guy who works a regular job? So I think that's the new version of that question.
And then I have these questions. I apologize for being so gendered, but to the men,
what you got?
Would you rather be the king, but your woman treats you like a peasant, or would you rather be a peasant, but your woman treats you like a king?
Well, I'm the king. No one treat me like a peasant. So I ain't gonna fly at all.
But you gotta like stay with her. You know what I mean? Because if you don't, you didn't sign a prenup. So if you don't stay with her, she's taking half the shit.
I don't care. I have the other half of a lot of riches.
Yeah, but you're the king, so you're in charge of the land. So that ain't gonna work right there. Like,
that ain't gonna work.
What kings will let someone talk down? It doesn't gonna fly.
So you would just be the king, like. Because you have all the power and shit.
Yeah, I'm the king.
Do you agree, Cherny?
Well, I mean, if I can just do that, sure.
I'm the king. I'm running things.
All right, now we're gonna. If your stomachs are uneasy about everything, let's
make it worse.
Let's get into some real nitty gritty. What age ought a person be able to transition their gender?
I would say 18. Once you hit 18, you're a full-grown adult. You do what you want.
Toya?
I also say 18. I think you can, they want to explore she, like, oh, I want to, dress this way, but the actual, like,
change.
Yeah, the actual sex change process. I think. Yeah, I think.
Well, but wait.
Yeah, I think it should
The
be.
problem
But
is,
I thought that a 20-year-old girl couldn't fuck a 38.
I didn't say she couldn't. I just said it's.
Shouldn't.
I just said it's
weird.
It's weird. It's like that's the age gap is it's like 20, almost 20 years. I didn't say she shouldn't or whatever, but it's just
It's a little bit weird.
yeah.
Okay. Do you think it's a little? I shouldn't go into this transphobic.
My
this
God.
transphobic
What
rhetoric.
are you about
Do you
to say?
think it's a little weird to like chop off a penis or take a I don't know what the process is, but like invert a vagina, or is that not weird? I think it's a little unnatural. Maybe I'm just alone there.
I actually never really thought about it whether or not that's something that's weird or not. That's something that another person wants to do with their body. It's not harming me anyway. It's not my business. So
at 18, they can go in the military.
they can go do it.
I said 18, you do that. Hey, 18, you do that.
So you can't drink.
You can't drink, yeah. Well, you go shoot a gun on the military. You do that though. Like you can get a bunch of loans.
Would you, at the table, be crushed if the love of your life decided that they wanted to transition their gender?
Absolutely.
Like crushed in what way?
Like the person that you have the most fun with recreationally bumping decides
Parcel.
Basically,
Depends on which way you're going. Going F to M is actually somewhat reversible as opposed to M to F.
I think I have a hard boundary at like
basically saying like your wife wants to be a dude now.
Yeah. Toya, would you be crushed? It's like not a unfair question, but
I mean, it's just like because it's like, all right, I am with you because it's like obviously like I'm attracted to women and you were a woman, and then like now are you like you're transitioning to a man? So it's like I don't know. That I think a lot of things are like kind of situational,
I actually
right?
have a coworker that's in this situation.
Oh,
really?
Oh wow.
Yeah,
He
what?
has a partner who is kind of transitioning. I mean, he hasn't yet, but like I don't know, or that,
Transitioning to
like, to a woman.
is she supportive of it?
She was kind of like thought it was weird and didn't know how to handle it, but she's still with him and supporting him or them.
But now, whatever in that situation, is that fair to the other party though? Now that person's doing what they want to do.
Yeah,
right. I mean, but it's
that person got to sit there.
That's
no,
he feels too.
I think she.
I didn't really sign up for this.
Right.
To me, that's selfish right there completely. Like that like me, for example, I'm being a woman, then I want to change to a woman. I mean, she being this big strong guy now.
To be fair, it is that person's choice. It is what they want.
Yeah, I mean, but I think like
they should be selfish about that.
Right. I mean, so it's
they
like
shouldn't expect their partner to be okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because that's the same thing that I'm saying. Like if and you said they're transitioning to a woman, right? And then now it's kind of like she's like in her mind, she's like, well, you're gonna look like a woman now, even though they might like, oh, I'm still gonna be who I am internally, and blah 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 blah. But it's like like not going to be like the same person outwardly a little bit, right? So it's kind of like
that person will change emotionally. You say you take hormones and everything. That would be big.
I think I mean I don't really like I'd understand why someone would be why you could be crushed and like why that would probably
for me I wouldn't really be crushed because I'm not really a sexual person, but I'm not gonna be interested in them sexually anymore.
So would you stay?
No, I would be friends with them still.
So you break up with them?
Yeah.
Yes. I think we probably still be cool, but
yeah.
I mean I don't want to. Yeah, that's fair.
And how I wonder like did she tell you like how did that even like come about? Like they sit her down. I don't and then it's like, oh, I want to transition.
Because
I don't really know the guy, so I just know what she's told me about.
That's like interesting.
I think she may want to just chalk her loss or something. Just let that person go ahead and live their new life.
Yo,
like,
is Is it public knowledge that Bruce Jenner
It's-
vehicularly manslaughtered
Yes.
somebody the year that they
Yeah.
transitioned and became Woman of the Year?
Yeah.
That's public knowledge. Like, why does nobody criticize that?
I mean, I don't really know the particulars about it, but that's definitely something that's brought up a lot.
That'd be a question you could ask by people because they would probably be fine with it, or some of them might be.
Be fine with what?
With the transitioning.
Yeah, that's definitely a good question. Yeah.
I'll add it to the list.
Yeah, that's
I'll add it to the list of fucking morally reprehensible content that we have on this podcast. All right, this is your opportunity now.
Tiny parcel said, cost SHT.
What's that?
Cause because they're famous.
Oh yeah.
Tiny
Basically.
parcel
Shit, they
said,
famous.
Oh,
they're
yeah.
famous.
Well, I mean, there's like people in Hollywood that date like literal kids, so
Well, true.
and they get away with it.
All right, so this is your guys' opportunity. I am apolitical. I don't plan to vote. Do any of you guys want to try and change my mind?
No.
No?
No, thank you.
Do you guys want to try and use
want
this
us to change your mind?
Oh, like, I don't know. We could just sit here and fucking...
I mean, I'm not going to try to twist someone's arm, change
No.
them. Who you want to vote for?
Do you guys...
Well, he doesn't even want to vote.
Do you guys want to try and campaign for your candidate, or you just like it is what it is? That's the beauty of democracy. Is that what we're going with?
Yeah, pretty much.
Fuck democracy. I want to go to like a what is it? What do I want? I want to go to monarchy.
It also mostly doesn't affect you anyway.
Go to dictator country. There you go.
The ones that would affect you more would be your local elections.
True.
Yeah.
But like nobody even knows. Like you don't have any idea who the sheriff is or who like.
Do you know any of the third-party candidates?
I don't. Like no. Like
no.
nobody knows any of that shit.
Schilstein is still Green Party.
Yes, somehow still is it.
That's crazy shit. How old is she? Like 80?
I think there should be an age limit to when you can competently be entrusted to
Yeah,
run the
and
free world. You know what I mean? Like,
And there's a limit of 35. Why isn't there a limit for how old you are?
I don't think an 80-year-old should be able to become president.
But I think this is the
absolutely.
last generation I think this is the last time you're going to see that because like now
I
we're
think
the biggest
we
voter
are.
base now. I don't think we're going to allow another 80-year-old to even get that close to even be in position no more. Because we see in the last couple of who was it? They telling us what to do. They'll be dead soon.
All right, so there's a growing community of eligible bachelors in America who are kind of calling it quits on trying to find a maritable woman in this country. They think for whatever reason modern women are
right.
the ever elusive passport bro. What do we think about that?
What right here in front of you?
What?
What do you think? Like, well, so far I've been to other countries before. I've been to Thailand last year. I'm going back again in about 2 weeks, and it's definitely different from what I was. I'm not gonna say it's perfect now, but it's definitely different. Like, for example, out there, you can go to a woman and go talk to her, and she won't treat you like you're weird. I mean, she's not gonna look at you like, "How you doing?" I mean, or a lot of women were more receptive. Where you go, "Hey, you want to go hang out and do something?" It's like, it was really weird. Like I was like, "Hold on, what?" So I would say you go to different parts of the world. It's definitely you get a better perception. And it seemed like some of the women I did meet, they have more like pretty modern women, of course. They're not like, but they definitely say they still like to cook. A lot of them go, I love to cook, but they was modern women. They didn't look stuff that some women here in America will look down on. They do regularly, like they enjoy cooking. They like being nice to their man. They may do a little stuff like hold his hand and like rub your neck. There's a little something like, oh, but I don't get this back home. This is weird. So I think a lot of men do go out there for that. And I did hear from a lot of guys. It was really refreshing to go out there and see like, wow, I can actually talk to a woman and not worry about feeling as though I'm going to get put on TikTok or she want to try to say I'm harassing her or something like that. It was really refreshing. So that's why a lot of guys do go to different parts of the world.
Yeah, you walk down the strip there, and like all the women are looking at you like.
Here comes the
Do you guys have any objections to this growing movement?
What is it? They just go out to find women in other countries? 'Cause
Pretty
Yeah, like,
much.
it's been a thing for a long time, like mail order brides and shit. Like it's kind of changed with the time, and there aren't just passport bros, but passport bros do come before passport hoes. So
is Raya passport, bro?
in Ryan's married to a Chinese woman.
Yeah.
He's like the old school definition of a passport bro. Yeah, like not.
No, you gotta go somewhere. Now they go there and get her.
No,
Yeah,
to be a passport bro, you would need a passport.
You gotta travel. You gotta go out the country.
Well, she has it.
Well, yeah, like, all right, what would a man who orders like a woman from? Like, it sounds really messed up, but there's
A mail order.
like there like actual true love can come from like ordering a woman like she's from Wayfair. And like shipping her in and marrying her so she doesn't get citizenship.
I saw this one show where they the chicks they would meet whatever, and then it was something sort of like that. It was weird. That was kind of weird. Like you never met this person and you want to marry him, but okay.
Yeah.
Love at first sight.
What do we think over on this side of the table? Is it gross?
What, to go to another country and find another woman, like a woman to marry you that lives in our country?
Yeah, if that happens,
I think it's just like looking for a woman anywhere. I don't think it's really weird.
Okay. What do you think, Toya?
I mean, it depends. Like on social media, you see a lot of these passport bros. You see why they go over there to get women, because they're generally weird. But
Okay.
So I guess it's how I feel about it. I mean, that's that's what you want to. That's what you have to do to go find a woman. Then go for it.
Now, my question to you is, what makes them guys weird?
It's just a lot of it's just a lot of things. Just like I said, just like looking at them, like they post things. What they post, like what they say about women. It's just they're just.
Oh, like are they normally trashing women?
Yeah, it's just
America,
like right.
And that's why they're going out there.
Yeah, so it's like just weird.
I see like a I see like a humble charm to it, like kind of like a Cinderella story. Like you're going over there and you're gonna be beheld in like a higher light by this socioeconomically disadvantaged woman.
Well, I'm not.
I was gonna say she's not being nice to you for just to be nice to you. She's getting so she wants something out of it as well. So
I'm going to dispel right there. Now. We're not going to say that all these poor women are poor now. I mean, quite a few of them Thai women I met are making comparable money to us here in America, which is a lot for them out there. You know what I mean? So they're not some poor dirty foot chick from the village. No, a lot of these chicks is well put together. They dressing nice. They good. They well spoken. Got decent jobs. So we're not going to say that now. Is there some element of that? Of course. But you say that's here in America. You can say there's some poor girl in the trailer park that's looking for a guy to get her out of there.
In the Piggly Wiggly.
The Piggly Wiggly girl. She's going to save her right now. So we can say that here in America. I would say that's just anywhere. But I mean that's a real misconception that just because a woman's from a foreign country she's stupid or she's poor and she don't know no better. No.
I miss Tiny. Where did he go?
All right, I think it's about that time. Can we just, as a really quick practice, everyone around the table share your gratitude with somebody? It doesn't even have to be with a person at this table. Just an act of gratitude. What are you? Who are you grateful for in your life?
I'm grateful for Toya. Thanks for coming out.
Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh, that was a long
What
trip.
part of Philly do you live in?
West Philly.
Okay.
Ooh,
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Thank you for making the trip.
It was a long.
4 years
You know
ago.
what? I was actually kind of mad. I was like, damn, I did tell him I was gonna come out here, didn't I? So it's like, it was just like,
45 minutes getting out here.
How no, it,
45 minutes.
no, it was like it was over an hour.
Yeah, I think for me, 45
Oh,
minutes.
yeah.
I know it took you.
Yeah. Getting back, it'll be under an hour, like 50 minutes or 45 or something like that. But getting here, I was like,
I'm grateful for you because like I can't even tell you. This is only our 5th episode. I can't tell you how many people have flaked, how many people like just aren't of their word. It's like your word's got to be your bond. If you don't stand for anything, you're gonna fall for anything. Well, whatever. If you stand like there's something admirable about a person saying like I said I was gonna do it and I'm gonna do it.
no, thank you for having me. It was a good time. I didn't know what to expect. I asked him a little bit.
We talk about whatever.
Yeah, I was like, well, I'm like, do I have to be on camera? I was like, all right, well, at least let me have my hair done.
Well, you look very nice.
Thank you.
Nasty, who are you grateful for?
I'm grateful for my dad because I still go by his house and wash my clothes over there, and he gives me toilet paper and paper towels when I go over there.
Yeah.
He gives me some food out of the freezer when I go over there. I go over there and give me little tuna fish kits when I go over there.
It's like a mini grocery store. You go to.
Yeah. He also gives me some words of wisdom too. So I appreciate the old man.
Hi, Mr. Garrett.
Mr. Cross, yeah.
What is it, Cross?
I don't got none of my parents' legs. I'm a proud of a single parent household.
Who am I grateful for? I'm grateful for my audience. I'm grateful for everybody at this table. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you for making this a possibility, because if it wasn't for you, it'd just be me and Chernik sitting here talking about Peanut's Frankenmuth Monstrosity.
Oh, God.
It's gonna hit. It's gonna hit. I'm telling you.
Put him on the scale of delusions right there.
Yo, Peanut has some delusional tendencies. Now, guys, you shared your gratitude. Can you please critique us? It could be anything. Our content, our production quality, our sound clips to include or exclude, reprimand some barbaric opinions we may have. Think of guests we should include in the future. How can we better market our product?
Well, this one's for Kelly. Chris, you're still a twat.
Wait, but I wanted. What did you have to say?
I don't know. I think this was pretty good. We had like a lot of topics that we went over.
And what I say, it felt good. Like the camera doing good.
But I want to be brutally honest. Call me a fucking pig.
Like I would say, like the voice interjecting every.
Yeah, where's the cannolis today?
Yeah, I'll say definitely because it was time we were trying to get our talk on and interrupt. So
we're usually not this active in the chat, but it was.
It's good interaction, but
I think there was kind of a lot of talking over each other here in general too.
How can we improve that though? Like, can we make only? I don't. In terms of
Ryan McMillan said, "The audience are a bunch of hoes."
Bunch of hoes.
All right. I'm not really sure how we can improve that. Eventually, when we get membership, we can make it so only members can chat, and eventually
you can turn that off right now if you really wanted to.
If I really wanted to, I could. Like it, I do like having a little bit of engagement.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have too much engagement.
I think the engagement was good, and the comments and.
Yeah, shout out to Tiny and
Tiny, thank you. I hope to see you again, Tiny.
So you can try to get Tiny on the show.
Yeah, all right, I'm down with it. All right, so Nasty said that. Toya, do you have any critiques?
I mean,
not gonna offend me, I promise.
No, I think it was good. I mean, I think it was maybe too many topics. I think like
too many topics, maybe shorten it down.
Yeah.
We could go into topics more in depth.
I would love for our listeners to like kind of call.
Said, "Sorry, you'll try and keep it down next time."
Yo, it's all good, Tiny.
You're awesome.
Much love. Thank you for tuning in. I wish more people had any sense. Like instead of like only a few people having a bunch to say. Okay, so you say maybe shorten the topics and go into a deeper dive of fewer topics.
Or like, is there like a main topic and then you go into like other ones? Yeah.
It got a little disjointed at times.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But, you know,
And then we
they
kind
work
of
on it.
jumped, like we segued completely to a different topic instead of like organically going to another topic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I think this time we're gonna wrap it up. Uh-oh.
You're fucking done, son.
You're done.
Once again, we want to humbly thank our listeners and pay them ample gratitude for their patronage. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to have such a high quality interactive show. So thank you, audience. I'd like to take this time to remind all of our listeners that we're spreading like a virus. The Good Faith Podcast is now officially on YouTube Live with video as well as archived there, and also Apple Podcasts, Spotify, RSS.com, Amazon Music, Samsung Podcasts, Listen Notes, and Patreon. On Patreon, we're working to build additional value for the multiple tiers of donors, with special content guidance, super chat priority, and VIP in-person meetings, plus an exclusive members-only Discord that I'm nominating Cherney to moderate. Do you accept?
I guess.
We do value your attention, so thank you for quieting your TikTok brain for the last 3 hours. This is a reminder, if you feel you got any value from our show, it takes basically zero extra work to like and subscribe, and it'll move us closer to our goal of having hundreds of subscribers, which will bump us up in the algorithm and expose us to more potential listeners. If you guys want to share us with more of your friends, we would be absolutely delighted to extend our outreach. The quickest way for us to broaden our exposure is for you listeners to each share us with one friend. We appreciate it from the bottom of our hearts. If you're interested in joining our hashtag IRYOBYOAWMO movement, feel free to retweet the hashtag. Also, stay cognizant to treat people with identical worldviews to your own with dignity and respect. Then, if somebody's opinion deviates from yours in any way, our movement advocates for treating them like absolute shit. Remember, a civil level of respect is only earned by people who mirror your beliefs. Hashtag IRYOBYOAWMO. I respect you only because your opinion aligns with my own. If you live in the greater Philadelphia area and want to guest star on our show, want to go on a date with anybody on the show, or have a sincere desire to move in with us, we are down a roommate and desperately need one, please reach out to us in an Instagram DM. I'm Christopher Bulick. That's also my Venmo. All proceeds that this show generates will go towards rent, food, electricity, new computer equipment to improve our general show quality, and Clark's medical expenses. To all of our faithful audience, we wish you a wonderful weekend and a happy and healthy lifestyle. To all of you,
Happy New Year.
we bid you goodbye. Sorry, I'm scuffing this. I don't even know where it is. Oh, wait. Oh, fuck. Scuff.
This guy. All right, Nick, you got to shorten the intro and the outro out. There you go.
How many plugs do you have?
Those are your podcast glasses?
Yeah, you got them last time.